Are we recording?
Yeah.
Was that recording the whole time?
Yeah.
Oh,
At least
yeah.
for the last 2.5 minutes.
Oh, boy.
Perfect.
So the whole thing.
Awesome. I like that, though.
You sang Body Party, and I already said pussy, so we're off to a great start.
Woo!
Yep.
How dare you? What is up? We're back. The Tall Glass Podcast.
Yeah.
Number fucking 5. It is not your turn to talk yet, young lady. Okay.
I feel impressed.
So what did I just say? So you can find us on Facebook and Instagram at Tall Glass Podcast, on Twitter at Tall Glass Pod. You can email us at tallglasspodcast@gmail. Find the audio at tallglass.podbean.com. Also iTunes. Also YouTube.
Blah, 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 blah.
I know, isn't that the worst every time? It's a good way to start, though. So, today we have a special guest.
Who?
My friend. Your
Who is
friend.
Who is it?
The Bosnian bombshell. Former Red Lobster slinging lady, Miss Nessa. I don't know your last name.
It's
like
Begovic.
Bogdanovich.
That was very awfully close.
Eastern Bloc as fuck. Bogdanovich.
I only wear Adidas jumpsuits, and I squat every time I kneel down. So, if anyone, just Slav squat all day.
Yes, that's awesome. I only have a bottle of vodka in my hands and a butterfly knife.
Yeah, and I'm just...
I made it to America.
America is number 1.
That's good shit.
I want to do a full disclosure thing and say that Mark never told me I couldn't talk in the beginning. So, just saying.
Well, I just want to
You could've
get that
said
shit
okay.
out of the way before we introduce the guest.
There's no real rules, but
That was what I was told.
don't talk over Mark's intro or outro.
Well, now I know better.
Get the fuck, shut your damn mouth. Let daddy talk. Then it'll be your turn after you're introduced. How dare you?
Oh, Mark.
You know how this goes. So what's up, man? How was your week?
It's been pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Anything fun?
We moved our recording studio last night, so I was up till like 6 a.m. recording.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's a
How
true
dare you.
musician.
I'm gonna work my way into this podcast today. Get some energy. Let this coffee. Yeah.
Yeah, you need more coffee, I think. This little thing
Where
is
at?
filled with hype.
Yeah.
Just
What'd you do this week?
Just zipping along. I didn't do jack. All I did was go to work. I mean, I have a dog now, so
What
all
kind of
I
dog
do-
is it?
oh my God. She's like part border collie,
Ooh.
part
So like Lassie, right?
sort of, kind of, but she doesn't listen for shit. No, I'm kidding. She's adorable and she's sweet and she just wants to love you, but she'll just run around constantly. So
Those
she
are
needs
the
a lot.
Lassie dogs,
She
though,
needs
right?
a lot. No, Lassie's like golden. She's like black and white. A border collie
No.
is Lassie's a
What are
No.
Lassies called?
Lassies are like
like a Sheltie
Sheltie?
something.
tricolored and
Yeah, collie, just a regular collie,
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, okay.
Not a border collie.
I can't remember what kind
It's because
of dog.
It's because I'm foreign. I crossed the border. But she's
Okay.
so cute. Her name's Juno, like the pregnant girl.
She a
Oh,
puppy?
that's neat.
She's like 14 months, so she's
Kinda
pretty
still
young.
a puppy.
She's such a baby. I love her, but she's such an idiot too. She'll run around and get herself in some stupid, like she cut her face up the other day. And I was like, great, you look like a fucking idiot with your face all cut up.
Cut her face on what?
Well, she doesn't like being in her kennel, and now we've realized that she's perfectly fine. Like she used to shit inside the house, and I'm like, that is a no-go. You're not shitting in my house. So we put her in the kennel, and she never liked it in there. And she eventually got to the point where she hated it so much she would chew on the bars, and she stuck her face in between, and like a piece of
Damn.
metal like scratched her face
What
off.
the fuck? What a psycho.
She is a
Yikes.
psycho. That's why I have her. It's why she's mine. Probably it's karma.
What a
The universe
spaz.
is going.
Here you go.
Here you go. Take this one on.
This is because of all the bullshit you did. Oh, that's great. She's good.
That's
though.
what you get for drinking all that gin. Showing up to class all fucking vodka out, crazy bitch. So I know Nessa from school. I met her in philosophy of ethics.
We did meet
Whoa.
there.
Yeah. I think it was like more unofficially.
Yeah, it
Like
was-
like everyone, this is typical college shit where like they go around and like ask your name and like you know what program you're in, and then like something
Say one
fun.
thing.
Yeah.
Some
And I
stupid
remember
bullshit.
like it was her turn or whatever, and she's like, "I'm Nessa. I'm in the video program."
Exactly like
And
that.
my parents like came here from Bosnia, and then like normal people would be like, "Oh, that's really interesting, Bosnia." And my like first thought is like, "Ooh, she's exotic.
Like an Amazonian woman.
Ooh, who is this porcelain lady? Exotic."
Not even.
And then like we pretty much hung out like because we were both like in the same area. We were in the T wing.
Yeah.
And that's
Same
not
program.
that's not a weird thing to say. It's like an
The T
actual wing that's a T, not something naughty.
We hung out in the T wing. You know?
Yeah, we were like all
I thought of a car.
T winged out.
Show you where my brain goes. Fucking basic.
It was
Yeah,
just
yeah,
it was
yeah.
a computer lab where all the nerds, everyone just hung out there all the time. We were always so serious about
Doing
everything we
things.
do. Yep, doing
Yeah.
things constantly. But it was fun. I remember seeing him, and we would walk in. I walked in once to a critique, and so if you know anything about, I hate saying that, if you know anything about the design world,
Anything at all.
anything at all, we
If
do
you know
these
anything
things.
about like higher education,
Yeah.
you would know that like
Oh God, liberal arts, higher education. But we do these things called critiques. So we basically shit and compliment on our stuff. And I walked in and I remember seeing him and the professor, and they were talking about something, and he was like completely shitting on somebody's work. I think you were
Mark
like,
was?
yes, he
Oh,
was
yeah.
like, wow, yeah, you really need to change up some of this stuff. And then I remember you saying something
Ooh,
like,
the
wow,
voice was
yeah, I
spot
don't know.
on.
I don't even know, man. I feel like, yeah, you really should just take this back to the drawing board and work on it a little bit more. And I was
That
like, oh
sounds
my
about
God,
right.
he's terrifying. I don't want him to look at anything I've ever made ever. And then I recognized him, and he said something about philosophy of ethics, and I was like, oh my God, we did, didn't we?
yeah.
We did have
I,
that
s- I
class.
don't even know what the fuck happened in that class.
It's a blur because I remember doing my homework at 3 a.m., not sober.
I don't even know what I took from that.
I remember
Ethics,
I-
philosophy, I don't fucking
morals. I remember learning about morals and like a bunch of philosophers that were like, this shit's good, don't do this. And I was like, okay.
know. I was just
Sounds
like, I
nice.
hope I get an A so I can move on with my fucking life. Because
The
it was
teacher
a,
was cool.
It was a summer class too.
Mhm.
Yeah. So,
So we'd show up in
Oh.
fucking breaking heat, 90 degrees. No one wants to be there.
No.
yeah.
God, well, how fun. How much fun.
And then
did
how
we
did
have?
you guys meet?
Oh my God.
This is interesting.
This is very
Blake.
recent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blake. It was because of Blake Mudge.
Blake Mudge.
I went to a comedy show at Unruly.
and we were all there.
Yeah.
And I
I-
remember it was funny because you weren't were you wearing that hat? It
Yeah.
was that hat.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he comes up with Blake, and I was like, Blake, who's your friend? And he was talking to you outside for like a goddamn hour and a half.
Yeah,
And
I
we're
was
like,
pitching a magnum
where
opus.
the fuck was Blake? And he comes inside with Phill, and I'm like, well, they're sitting down there talking. I look at his hat, and I'm like, that's a cool little symbol on his hat there. And I was like, I think I was drunk because I went, hey, did you embroider your hat yourself? And he goes, no, but my buddy Mark designed it for me. I said, oh, God fucking damn it, Mark Glass. And he said, yup. And I was like, great, fantastic. Why?
The homies.
Yeah.
I'm everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember when me and Blake
Fucking
first started talking about how
I'm
we knew
everywhere
you.
too, bro.
I know. We're
You
taking
trying
over.
trying to square off?
Trying to square off.
Not
here?
square up, square off.
I don't know.
Square something.
I watched a lot of Trailer Park Boys. I don't give a fuck about words.
I've never watched Trailer Park.
Me either.
Boys.
Oh,
I-
really? Then
I
that
am a
hit
Trailer
dry.
Park.
Yeah.
Everyone says I shouldn't or
Yeah.
I should. It's
No,
very
you definitely
50-50.
should. Do you like vulgarity?
Did you hear me say pussy?
Did you hear me say pussy?
I hope my mom doesn't
You'll love
watch
Trailer
this.
Park Boys. It's white people in a trailer park. They're Canadian. They swear, drink, and get high.
Canadian white people in a trailer park.
Yeah, it's amazing.
That sounds great.
I think my problem is it's got like so overhyped that I'm just like, ugh, I don't wanna.
I started watching it before it was overhyped.
Well, then that's different. That's different.
I
for
was
you.
there from day one.
And then I watched it when it was overhyped.
Mm.
I
And
don't
My
know.
feelings didn't change.
yeah, it's funny. It actually got funnier as it went on.
That's the same with me with Breaking Bad. I think I've watched one episode of Breaking Bad in my entire
Also
life.
another great
See?
series.
My
And I
f-
just look at the guy and I'm like, I feel like I'm watching Malcolm in the Middle. every time.
I didn't realize it until there was like a flashback scene where he looked like
Younger,
the
like the
dad,
dad?
Yeah, from Malcolm
Like
in the
you
Middle.
didn't all look all haggard.
I was
and
like,
shit.
why is the Malcolm in the Middle dad in this flashback? And then
Dude.
I was like,
oh, God.
oh my God, it's him.
Dude, did you know that the youngest, like Dewey or whatever,
Yeah.
that he's a fucking rapper now?
No.
No,
Yeah.
I've heard so many rumors about him. I
No,
don't
there's
know.
like music videos.
What's his
What?
name? What's his
I was
rap
just
name?
looking him up. This
I can't
is
remember.
impossible.
Oh, my God.
It was on Facebook, bro. It's real.
This is
Are
impossible.
his ears
It's real.
like still super sticky outy, like right on the sides of his face?
I know what you're talking about. I didn't really notice.
Because I like when I think of him, I think of Will Smith too, and I put them in the same category of like, yes, you both look the same. Both of your ears stick out. I feel your pain because one of my ears stick out. So I'm like, we got to stick together.
The ear sticky outy crew.
The sticky outy crew, you know.
Sticky Outy crew.
Sticky outy.
That actually sounds like a fucking like crazy New York gang.
Oh God, they
Sticky
just sound
outies.
like they'd murder
Sticky outy.
and pillage. God.
Sticky outy. For some reason, I think of like the belly buttons.
I was just
Yeah.
gonna say
that
belly
go out
button.
instead
Outies.
of in. Yeah.
You
Do you have one of those?
No.
Do you?
You can no, but you can only get in if you only have a sticky outy belly button and sticky outy ears.
Whoa.
It's a genetic kind of thing. We can only
Nuh-uh.
have those. Yeah. I'm playing. It's the
Nuh-uh.
okay. No, I don't believe
I'm
that.
so gullible. You could have easily like said a little bit more medical shit, and I would have been like, "Oh, okay."
Yes, clearly the
Sounds
belly
good.
button.
Real
That's
thing.
medical.
If your ears stick out a little bit, your belly button probably does too.
It's caused by an overinflation of pressure inside of your body
See,
that just pushes everything
If
out.
you would have said that shit, I would have fucking 100% believed
That's
you.
why I can't go on airplanes because of the pressurized cabin.
Yeah, my ears will actually explode. and
Exactly.
there's a good chance my belly button will too. So
It's just gruesome.
You don't want that.
no.
No.
Oh,
So
man.
speaking of Dewey hip hop, what about all this hip hop this week, son?
Amazing
2
week.
weeks of this
Amazing
shit.
week.
God, it blew my mind. Just because, can we get into the deep
Yeah.
and dirty? So apparently Drake has a kid.
Yeah.
I'd love
baby.
to talk about that.
Yeah.
A baby boy with a porn star named Sophie or something.
Yeah.
It's Rosie Divine is her porn name. Trust
Oh,
me.
Really?
look her up.
I looked it up on Pornhub
Trust
this
me.
morning.
Did you?
Yeah. I saw an
He
article.
did his research.
I saw an
Wow.
article on Facebook that was like, it was like, Drake's baby mom is the most searched thing on Pornhub right now.
Wow.
And then I read the comments.
Gross.
And I was like, people are naming her porn name, and I was like, dude, I have to.
I have no choice.
So
yeah.
right, I have to do this. So obviously, open up the Pornhub, and then type in the name, and this is fucking hilarious. Some fucking asshole took one of her porn like videos, which they were all like whack ass like world star like oiled up
Oh.
asses and shit. It was-
Oiled up butts.
Yeah, there was
God.
no like actual fucking, which I was disappointed.
Just twerking butts.
Yeah, basically. But someone like made a video, and then it was just Drake songs in the background.
Oh my God.
And I read the comments, and like tons of people were like, "How many of y'all here for Pusha T?"
Pusha T. That's so stupid.
It was so amazing. I was like, "That's hilarious." Fuck yeah. I did
That
not
is
jerk
funny.
off to it, by the way.
By
Dark,
the way, in
dark
case you're
spots on the
wondering.
internet.
Yeah, in case you were wondering,
The
yeah, I
dark
did not
web.
jerk off to that.
Poor
That's-
Soph.
The comment section on a Pornhub
Oh my god.
They're the
video
best.
is
They're actually
probably-
really funny.
Yeah.
Half the time, and it's always I always like to look at the usernames because they're always stupid. And like who takes the time first of all to think of a username for their Pornhub username?
Do you
and
have
then
an
pick-
account?
No, I don't have an account because
I
I don't
don't.
go that far
Me either.
into it. But like
weird.
they pick a profile
Incognito
picture too.
every time.
Yeah.
See,
I'm a guest.
I'm a guest.
I'm a guest.
I'm just a guest,
I'm just
too.
watching.
I'm just.
Yeah, because the Pornhub is run by the FBI, so they know what you're into.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Is this
It's
another
out.
conspiracy theory we're gonna talk
Yeah.
about?
I mean, it's out.
People know.
Like supposedly,
How did I
like
not know?
supposedly,
Everything.
Facebook and Pornhub are part of the CIA,
And Google.
Sweet.
FBI, so that people know what the fuck you're looking up.
When you said Google, I pictured CIA agents like sliding down those slides they have at the headquarters.
Google. So if you're watching creep ass porn
Like
shit,
kid porn, yeah.
like your boy, they know what the fuck you're into.
They're like, oh,
the CIA has
So
been
they're like,
watching, Mark.
oh, he likes this, this, and this. Jesus Christ, how dare you?
They're just waiting to bust down his door.
Add him to the list. Add him to the list.
yeah. They got us all like it's like
They have
categories.
profiles,
Yeah.
on all of us.
Yeah.
I love those memes
They're
that
like,
say like,
they're like, Phil likes to watch rim jobs, and Phil likes to watch.
I don't though.
AZN porn, which is Asian, only the cooler way
What
of
is
saying
it called?
text
AZN?
speed, AZN porn. I don't see.
Asian.
What's your favorite porn, Phil?
Oh man.
I
No.
have a whole
Come
studio
on.
that I like. I
Come
have an
on.
entire
We
studio.
need,
I don't know.
we need Phil first.
like probably like sensual,
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
beautiful porn.
That's
You're like,
exactly
I
what
like to watch missionary.
Missionary
Nothing but
only.
grinding only.
Jesus Christ. What about
Like
you? What
dry
do you-
humping porn.
Oh, it's so wholesome and 16-esque.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Dude.
What's so funny that you say that is because 2 words, nubile films. You should
Yeah,
look
yeah,
them
yeah.
up. See,
Yeah,
he knows. He
familiar.
knows because the sensuality.
It's very sensual.
It's a very cute porn company. They make very sweet little videos, and some of it's great. There's some pile driving if that's what you're into.
Pile
It gets
driving.
it's
It gets so
like
cute. It's
sensual
so
aggression.
nice. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's perfect. It's just like watching
See?
people.
This is why I
in
didn't want to talk about it, Mark.
passionate-
It's funny. What do you watch? You watch that same shit too?
Yeah, I have
Oh.
a favorite one. What's her name? I love watching
Jesus
her. What's her name?
Christ. How dare you?
Holly Michaels, I think is her name.
I have no idea.
Because she's a little bit bigger and she's just so sweet, and I'm just like, I just want to watch you be loved on
Aw.
by dudes who are good enough for you.
Oh,
You know, it's just so.
What kind of
sweet. I
porn are
love
you getting?
it. Mark, what the fuck are you watching? Oh, nothing, just some
Mr.
tentacle hentai and.
dude, I
Tentacle
no,
hentai.
I'm not
Ooh.
into that shit. Big fan of the BBW category, of
I
course.
like my girls BBW.
Yeah. Type that you take some. What does it go
The
again?
type that want to suck you dry and then eat some lunch with you.
Yeah,
Come on.
yeah. Yeah, I like that category. I'll be honest, I've watched some tranny porn too. Transsexual
That's
porn, my
interesting.
bad. That's bad.
Is it like they can pass, or like not passing at all? Well, clearly
What?
they're not going to pass. Like pass, like look as like exactly like a female, like in
Yeah.
the face and everything.
There's like ones where it's like, okay, the ones that I particularly like are like, it's a woman and then a trans woman. So it's like two
Oh,
girls
it's all
fucking,
different, yeah.
but it's got the dick, so you don't have to look at the dude.
I get.
So
well,
it's
you're
like, oh
bypassing
shit, this
the
is
guy.
fun. This is
Yeah.
interesting.
This is fun.
This is new.
This is interesting.
Huh.
But now you're onto something.
Yeah, I did not mean to say the offensive tranny thing. I'm just used to that's like what you have to search for
What part?
to find
He's
that
been
shit.
What part was offensive? I'm unaware.
He said tranny.
Oh, tranny is an
Yes.
offensive term.
Well, to
Yeah,
transsexual
I
people,
think
yes.
I think it is, yeah, for sure.
I just don't.
yeah.
I don't know.
I don't
No,
know
no,
a
no,
single
I'm not-
time
I
where a
don't
know.
trans person would go, yeah, tranny, that's fine. Like,
Yeah, I'm a tranny.
yeah, you know.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Like, I
Well,
don't think
you
of any
don't. I don't.
instance.
You don't walk up to a homosexual and go, "Yeah, you're a gay."
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
Like,
Unless
I
you
do
like
know a lot
probably
of people.
unless you like know them and they're like, that's funny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's him again. It's the old guy that throws out the old gay all the time.
the old
He's
gay.
my favorite. He tells it like it is.
What else do I watch? I like a lot of compilations of things.
See, that's
So
perfect.
it's like so it's just like you get
like
like
cum
fucking,
shots.
just constant, nothing but
No.
3
I'm not
second
into the
clips.
cum shots. If anything, it would be more like cream pie.
Oh,
You know
cream
what I'm
pie
saying?
compilations.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I would fuck with that before a cum shot. I'm all set on that. Yeah.
They're perfect because you don't have to search for a bunch of different videos.
Right.
It's all right there
That's
for
what I'm saying. You get
Somebody
like
did
a-
the work.
It's for like ADD people.
It's built. It's built up too. It starts getting more intense as you go through it.
Not usually. It's mostly just like, oh, I want to watch an anal compilation, and then it's just
Nothing
Straight anal.
and then it's
Yep.
just a bunch of
But-
girls with that going on.
Mm-hmm.
Or BBW compilation. It's a
Wow.
bunch of
Boom.
a wide variety of larger women.
I guess
Then
I need to
why-
explore more. I don't
yeah.
see any of these. None of these come up in my recommended for you.
With
My
more sensual
recommendation,
porn.
dude. You know the thing about the recommendation thing is you trail off into like one dark art video and it's over. They
Let's
fill
go.
your shit with like fucked up shit. Like you're like,
Oh, you're getting gowned. You're getting bound and gagged tonight
right. You go to like
in real life. Like,
you go to like one video where you like watched a girl like
Dominate a dude.
get pegged or like a fuck machine or something.
And it's not that
and then
at
all
all.
of a
fuck
sudden your
machines.
recommendations are all that, and you're like, hey,
Girl
dude,
gets
I
fucked
only
by
wanted that
robot.
one.
I just
fucking
wanted
asshole.
to try it. I didn't want the
Yeah,
whole
Jesus.
fucking underside of the internet.
I like
The
I lo-
underbelly.
dude, I love MILF shit too.
See, dudes, why do dudes always go towards like cougars? I don't
Because we're constantly trying to like represent our
see. They always want to
mothers
like
and our
see. It's so
partners.
who's the
I
guy?
think
Freud.
I don't know. Maybe
It's some
Because
psychological
I had an
thing,
ex that was
man.
super into that, and he never wanted to talk about it with me, and he never wanted to like bring it up. But I found out about it because of like Craigslist emails, and I was like, and this, you know, this person.
Ooh.
Yeah.
is it Trevor?
Yeah.
Ah, is that why you guys broke
no
up?
names. You
No,
can't
I was
name
just kind
names.
of like, why couldn't you like tell
We're not
me
saying
about
last
it?
name.
Oh, okay.
No, but why couldn't you tell me about it or say something about it? You know, I mean, I'm a very young-looking girl. Like,
Because I don't even know.
exactly.
I would love to explain. I don't really know.
well, not explain
Maybe
why,
it's like
but
the
like
wisdom
mention
thing.
it.
Like,
he
oh,
never
she's like smart and
knows
like
things.
knows stuff. I don't fucking know.
But she could teach me a few things. No, but like,
Like
he
I
never
wouldn't
mentioned
want to.
it.
I wouldn't want to date an older woman. I just want to be like, okay, check it off.
Yep.
Check it off the
I
old
think
list.
that's what it
Next.
was too.
Yeah.
But it was really weird because he was super like his mom, like a mama's boy kind of, and that's where I got really weirded out by it because I
So
was
he's
like,
got mommy issues, maybe?
not mommy issues. Like she was always there for him, and she was like his #1 fan, basically.
He just wanted to replicate his mother
I guess
and
it
his
was kind of
partner.
weird. And it's funny because the same person, the same guy, like we broke up forever ago, like 3 years ago. And then a year and a half later, he messages me on Facebook and goes, so it's been a long time, huh? And I'm already in a relationship and I'm just like, okay, how do I navigate these waters?
Yeah.
And I go, oh, you know, I mean, yeah, it's been a long time. And we were long distance, so I had to do it over the phone. But and then I go, yeah, I mean, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. How are you? And he goes, yeah, blah, 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 blah. I just wanted to send you this message just so I could tell you that I still fucking hate you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was like, damn.
This was tea.
I was like, damn.
This was tea.
That salt. Yeah.
Jesus.
I know. And
what
it's
a
still.
fucking asshole.
I think he was like super, super, like he had a lot of feelings involved. And I
what
guess
happened though?
I fell out of, I never really loved him like that. I mean, I stayed with him mainly because I really wanted him to like me.
Because
I
he was
think.
Apple Jack.
Oh God, I cannot. He was a meathead, Phil.
Oh.
He was a
Yeah, but
meathead.
To be fair, he was like super big, like growing up his whole life, like
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
like a big.
So he had issues with his self-image. You know?
Yeah, and then he went from
okay.
like super fat, like man titties, like your boy, to like all of a sudden like
Cut.
jacked, dude.
Like girls dug him
Yeah,
out of nowhere. Was that you or
Whoops.
was that a ghost?
it's me.
Oh, thank God.
Knock
The
that
ghost
shit
of
over.
Trevor. How dare you?
It's that
You
fucking-
spoke on me.
It's that haunted house shirt. you
I
fucking
manifested
weirdo.
something. I'm sorry.
This
But
is not
no.
weird. This is not a weirdo. This is classic, bro.
No, I said it's the haunted house.
Yeah.
This. That's what.
Oh, what, you're
Whew.
recording right now? Or
Yeah. This is my next album.
new project? Everybody
No,
listen.
it's already out.
No,
Oh,
I am
really?
working on a new project. Yeah, this is an old one.
Oh, okay.
It's 2012.
Oh, God, yeah. That's
Shout out to 2012. 12,
What a good
12,
year.
12, the Mayans.
This was actually back to hip hop, full swing, 7 songs.
yeah, we need to get
hip-hop
back
album.
into that. Yeah, but that's an EP. They're calling these full lengths now, son.
full length.
Kind of, whatever.
What'd
Was
you
the
call-
weekend? Was the new Weekend album 7 songs too?
Yeah, it was short.
I don't think it
Pretty
was
short.
7 songs. I think it was 8 or 9.
Yeah,
Look it up.
I think it was 8 or
But
something.
I'm breaking a rule by looking something up right now.
I know. Usually we just like to give off.
Whatever. Yeah, it was 6 songs.
Usually we just like to give off whatever information. Figure it out your fucking self.
What's
we
funny?
We don't have someone hired to look our
An
fucking
intern.
bullshit up yet.
You're fucking looking for an intern.
We
to
do need
that
an
for ya.
intern. We do need an intern. That's real.
Someone should apply. I mean, it's not a paid position, but you'll gain everything in the knowledge.
I mean, it
department.
could be someday.
Mm. And people
Okay,
love podcast interns.
Listen, so
6 songs. It was.
it was 6 or 7.
It's 6 songs.
Oh, okay.
I call
22
that a
minutes.
mixtape.
His was considered an EP though. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
The
it's
Weeknd, so-
EP is technically 7 songs or less, and the EP is designed. Here we go.
Oh,
The EP is designed if you have like 1 or 2 great singles, and it's just like it's supposed to be like filler music for the rest. You have 1 or 2 like songs that you know are gonna go on the radio, know they're hits.
Yeah.
And then just like little filler songs.
Well-
it's like a middle thing in between the album.
I was I watched an interview with Pusha, King Push.
God.
He had said that he's like, one of the requirements for the Grammys to get your album nominated is to have 7 songs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he confirmed that. He's like, I don't know what it's like for other shit, but he said, yeah, you need 7 songs.
Is he allowed to say that, you think?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, they're the rules.
Yeah, it's
I
just
think
like
anybody
some
can
official
look 'em
shit.
up.
Yeah. He said it on the Breakfast Club. Charlamagne.
Pusha T's been getting a lot of FaceTime. It seems like
recently, yeah.
Seems like this beef is working.
He came out. Yeah, that's basically what's for.
Dude,
just
how
for fucking.
tight is his diss track?
I loved it actually.
It's so
Adidon, the story of Adidon. I actually really
so
liked it because he was
fucking
so
good.
confident.
Juicy.
Yeah.
It's so
Oh,
good.
he just spilled all the tea, and
Yeah.
I was there to
The whole time, dude. I'm just like, I've had that shit on repeat all week long, dude. No joke.
Yeah.
It's so fun to gossip, and when you hear it in like song form, it's just like, oh.
It's so fucking well crafted. I had told Phill, I was like, this is my favorite diss track of all time.
Yeah.
I don't care what anyone says. I fucking love Ice Cube, No Vaseline,
Yeah.
which is a hit on NWA. That shit's fucking such a banger. I love Eazy-E, Real Motherfucking G's. That's such a good one.
Yeah.
I like Tupac, Hit 'Em Up. Like, those are all like classic.
Nas, Ether.
Right. Like classic diss tracks. I don't think they're lyrically as well crafted as this new Pusha T song.
They were kind of
In my mind.
They dropped off the face of the earth for a minute. Like nobody did diss tracks. It was just like, what happened? It was such a big thing.
Yeah,
back
it
in the
got
day.
all chill and mellow.
Yeah, nobody fought anymore. It
Yeah.
seemed like
I think it's just like a lot of people collaborate. It's just like there's
Yep.
no.
no need to be.
I don't
So
know.
harsh.
I don't know.
towards each
No
other.
one. Well, okay, there was. No, there was because
There was a
Drake
few?
and Meek.
Oh yeah, because
Meek
they were
was-
friends first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
There was
that.
Eminem had like some beef.
Eminem
with
had
people.
some 50 Cent and Ja Rule. I think that's going on again.
They just like to fight.
Yeah, 50 Cent is a businessman.
Mhm.
Didn't he date? The fuck was her name? That blonde girl. 50 Cent, right?
Bitch, what?
So many-
that blonde girl.
No, Chelsea Handler. Chelsea Handler.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
50 dated Chelsea Handler. Like he wanted her
What?
bad.
Weird.
For real, he wanted her bad. And they dated. Like he loved her.
That is fucked up.
Isn't that? And I never believed that, but she talked about it on her show, and she was like, "Yeah,
50's out there training with fucking Floyd Mayweather.
oh my, why? Is he gonna fight?
50 Cent loves Grand
I would
Rapids.
love to see him.
Yeah,
get
doesn't he have
fucked
a?
up.
He has a condo there, right? I
Yeah,
heard about
he
that.
filmed a bunch of movies there.
Mhm.
Oh, 50. We
Get
love you
rich
too.
or die trying.
50, we love you too.
I
Yes, we
don't.
do.
You can come here
I'm
to the
good.
I
to
grew
Lake
up there in
Michigan.
Grand Rapids, so 616. We love you.
I'm not hating on Grand Rapids. I'm just
You don't
all
like
set with
50
it.
Cent?
No,
I
dude.
don't.
Bro,
What happened? You don't like 50? Is it because he got shot too many times? What?
I'm all
Bro.
set. There's nothing
I'm all
about.
set. I
There's
don't
nothing
need it.
about him that I'm like, yeah, 50.
I like
I'm good.
Ice Cube more than anything. Ice Cube's so cute and sweet to me because he acted and watching him.
He's
and
so
his
cute to
freckles.
you.
Yes, he just. Well, you ever seen him?
His
You've seen
Illuminati
Friday.
fucking pyramid on his face.
Right.
He was so cute in Friday because he didn't know how to act. Like
Yeah,
he did not
Friday
know how to
was
act
great.
right.
I
He's so cute.
I saw Ice Cube a couple years ago at Riot Fest.
Really? At Riot Fest in
Yeah.
in Chicago?
Mhm.
That's
Yeah, he's
crazy.
punk now.
He's punk now. I was gonna say.
He was half his set was his solo shit, half his set was NWA. He had his son there
Interesting.
with him too.
His
Aw.
kid. That's cool.
MC Ren was there.
That's cool.
It was good.
Wow.
It was a good set.
MC Ren is dope from
Mhm.
NWA. I don't know why he didn't go on after NWA and like
Yeah.
turn into a like I don't know. I always liked his flows the best. to be
Are you
honest.
ready for this? So this is what happened. I watched Alkaline Trio. Boom. I watched fucking Rancid play And Out Come the Wolves in entirety.
Boom.
I watched Motorhead.
Whoa.
Then ran to Ice Cube.
God, I ran. I booked
and
it.
everyone's like, I'm gonna see No Doubt. And I'm like, I am not seeing that. I'm seeing fucking Ice-T like a normal American.
Is
Like what?
is Riot Fest worth it?
This year's lineup, I'm
Because
not
I've debated.
impressed.
I
but-
wanted to go like 2 years ago because Motion City Soundtrack was doing their last ever show, and I know
I
such
saw
a,
them in Muskegon at the Rock Harbor before they
real.
blew up.
God, I love them so much.
Back when Fall Out Boy played that shit too all the time.
Ooh.
Before they blew up.
hmm
Mm-hmm. God, they're gonna always
Riot
gonna hold a
Fest is
special
super
place.
fun. I didn't go last year. This year, I want to see Alkaline Trio and Blondie. That's really it though.
Wow.
The last time I went, I saw a fucking crazy lineup, but
I heard
this
that
year is, I'm just kind of meh so far.
this year is the last year that Vans Warp Tour is doing anything too, right?
Goodbye.
Yeah, I know. And I'm like, man, I should have gone when I was
feel
like
like
16.
Didn't they say this last year? Or am
I
I
don't know.
mixing years?
I don't
know.
think so.
It's garbage.
Or did
I
they
did kind of
announce
at this
it at the
point.
end of last year that the next
Yeah.
year is going to
That
be
could be
Yeah.
it. Yeah, that could be it.
Something
Or are
like
they
that.
doing like the Getty Drive-In thing where they're just faking that they're going to end it to get more ticket sales?
Could be.
People do that.
Well, the problem is they jacked up the price. It used to be like $20 to go, and it
Yeah.
was like
Homegrown, hometown shit. Just go.
it was like stupid not to, because you would see a bunch of shit like for $20.
Yeah.
When you would like normally pay that to see one of those acts.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
That
May
and
they
you
rest
can,
in peace.
You can only see Anti-Flag play the same set so many times in your life.
You can only see No Effects 80 times before you're over it.
Bro,
Speaking of No Effects, did you hear about that shit?
he said something. I don't remember what it was. Something
so they
offensive.
had a deal with.
It was Fat Mike, right? Said
Yeah,
something
yeah.
What a
offensive.
No. It wasn't Fat Mike. It was one of the other dudes.
Oh.
But the brewery, so they came out with a cool beer that's like some fucking IPA. No
Drunk in
Effect.
public.
Right.
Oh,
that's,
yeah.
I think that's what.
Pumpkin Drublick.
Yeah. And they had a show in Vegas. One of the dudes in the band said something about that Vegas shooting. And then Fat Mike said, well, at least it was a bunch of country fans. We don't need a bunch of country fans anyway.
Oh shit!
Ouch.
And they pulled that shit so quick.
They're like,
There was like a
you
letter.
had a beer.
Yeah, I think they like
He's been drinking.
Dude, someone will pick him back up. Who cares?
That's so fucking.
No,
That's
they
just
won't.
like the
It's
Roseanne
fucking
thing.
No Effects. Who the fuck cares about No Effects?
That's true.
They're
Oh,
not
that's
selling.
kids our age?
They're not selling records, bro.
Kids our age and older.
They're not selling records. When's
I
the
mean-
last time No Effects did anything remotely memorable?
I mean, I'm sure he has people on his label still that are relevant. He's gotta.
He's got it.
They're whack.
Yeah.
They're whack. They were
Anyway.
good. They were good back in the day.
They're fun. I don't know. I would still watch them if they were somewhere. Like I wouldn't.
I don't think I've ever seen them.
I saw 'em
I
at-
would see them.
I've seen them at Riot Fest. I saw them at Warp Tour a couple times.
Oh, I did see him at Warp Tour one year.
The
2003, I think.
Oh my
Or
God,
2004.
it could have been the same one I went to.
It was high school.
Was
Did you guys know each other back then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
What was it with Tiger Army?
Tiger Army, I think, was there. I don't think I saw them, though.
I love Tiger Army.
Flogging Molly was there.
Flogging Molly.
Yeah.
Was Lars Fredrickson and the Bastards there?
the Bastards. The Casualties were there.
Of course.
Um,
They can't not be there.
Bad Religion.
I bet it was the same. It's
No
Phil's going
Effects.
through a
It
trip
sounds-
down memory lane right
Yeah.
now.
That was like my first big festival concert like that.
I went to Ozfest in 03 also. Saw Marilyn
Ozfest.
Manson.
Did you?
I-
Is it-
Cradle of Phil.
I wanted to go to that so bad.
Dude, Marilyn Manson stuck a microphone in a girl's ass and
No,
sang out of
like
it.
which end?
Like
oh
the ass.
God!
Inside the
ass.
ass.
The ass
The
end
ass
in
end.
the ass.
Yeah, he stuck it
I was
in her
gonna say,
ass.
how's he gonna get?
And he was
up?
like, we're all stars now, or whatever the fuck song it was. It was good shit.
She's like, woo! And how the fuck did she? Oh, she must have been real.
I just
drunk.
remember, no, it was like one of his dancers or whatever.
Oh shit!
I just remember there was a Cradle of Phil shirt going around that just said Jesus is a cunt. And had like
Yeah.
a nun masturbating on the front.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I was like pretty young. I just remember
Too
being
young
like,
to see that.
oh my God, that's fucked up. This is. Ah!
Is this
I
what
wasn't even a
festivals
Christian,
are
and I was
like?
just like, Jesus Christ, that's fucked up.
That's pretty far.
Yeah, it's intense.
Now we're all adults.
Remember
Yeah,
when
dude.
I saw that nun just diddling herself on that T-shirt
Yeah, dude,
forever
that's
ago?
a heavy shirt. That was
Yeah,
bold.
that is very bold.
Yeah.
Bold statement. Dude, the Casualties, I have like good stories about them. My friend and I snuck onto their bus and we stole some records. Then later in the night,
Admitting to the crime.
This was like so long ago.
Statute of limitations.
I'm literally
Yeah.
ancient. This
Then,
was so long ago.
Then we hung out with them on their tour bus and watched the best of
After
Will
you
Ferrell.
stole their shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
We watched the
Sneaky.
best of
Gangster.
Will
Right.
Ferrell.
That's
Trust
awesome.
no
SNL.
one.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
And
that's
then
the best.
they invited me on tour, and I was with one of my friends, Seth,
Yeah.
and I was like, dude, I haven't even finished high school. I'm not joining you on tour. Worst comes to worst, Seth annoys you like 10 miles down the road, and you leave us somewhere, and we don't know how to get back.
I like how you blame it on Seth. Seth is gonna.
I'm pretty
fucking-
sure he would blame himself.
It would be Seth.
Yeah.
I got your back on this one.
Yeah,
It would
See,
be
for sure.
Seth.
I don't know Seth, but he sounds like a bitch. I'm just
He's the
kidding.
best.
No, he's a cool
we're,
guy.
We're gonna
He's-
have him on sometime.
Yeah, he's a
Sorry,
cool guy.
Seth.
He's amazing.
He's just very Seth.
He's
That's
extravagant.
Yeah,
He's extravagant.
he is
He's a little
extravagant.
extra. Yeah.
extra.
Oh god, that is
fun.
the short form of extravagant, isn't
He
it?
dresses.
It is, isn't it?
He dresses like the dude from Motorhead. Like he dresses all like Arizona, like cowboy and shit.
Cowboy
Arizona
punk rock.
cowboy.
Like he's got turquoise rings with like
Oh,
13
Jesus.
and like a spade.
Like fucking, what's that magician?
He wears like bolo ties,
Ace of
but
spades.
he wears like a bolo tie, but still
Oh,
has like a
God.
leather like vet. He pulls it off. I mean, whatever.
I'd like
but
to see
He can
that.
do it.
It's a lot of clothing.
It's
too
a
much
lot of
clothing.
accessories.
Yeah.
It's so much.
A lot of time and thought put
Yeah.
into that.
I wake up and I fucking jump into my
So
closet
back-
and roll around.
Back to Drake and Pusha T. We keep.
Oh yeah,
sidetracking.
Drake.
Oh, right.
Drake dropped Duppy.
Duppy was okay.
Duppy was pretty good, bro.
I liked it, but
It was pretty good.
it was so overshadowed by Pusha.
You didn't like it? You went all right before Pusha dropped added on. Did you listen to Duppy?
I thought it was okay. When did he drop I'm Upset? Because that was
I never
fucking,
even saw
was
that happen.
garbage. It was
He
Yeah.
dropped
bad.
I'm Upset the following day, I think, after he
Yeah,
dropped.
I
because-
listened to that first.
in
before
the
anything.
in the Pusha diss track back.
Yeah.
He says something about you're upset. I'm trying to make you angry or something.
Yeah, I want to
towards the
see
end.
you. I want to see you
Yeah,
get mad.
yeah, so good.
Duppy freestyle was. It was a good song, bro. Go back and listen. The
I
beat
will,
was
I'll
good. Drake's like classic Drake on it.
Yeah, I could easily listen to that.
How'd you feel about that weird photo?
Yeah.
The blackface.
Yeah, I thought it was
It's
photoshopped at
wild.
first.
What
I
do you?
thought it
How do
couldn't
you?
have been real.
How do you? Yeah, I didn't realize it was Drake at first, and
Yeah.
then I clicked the link because Pusha T tweeted it.
And I saw those big ass teeth in that big ass mouth. I was like, that's
I
Drake.
clicked the link, and it was a photography series because it brings you to the photographer's website
That's weird that he has that.
that is posted on. And then you go down, and there was like 2 side-by-side pictures, and the other one looks way more like Drake.
It's like more like dramatic too.
Yeah.
So I researched on this week.
Me too.
The photo, there's like 2 things with it. It first started up by saying that the photo was for a clothing line called Jim Crow Couture, and it's run
that's a
by
name.
2 black guys, I think is the company or something like that. And like all of it it's really cool stuff. It's like kind of like a old throwback like African American references. So like a crow on a shirt that looks super like fucking ignorant, but it says something cool. Like
It's
I
all
can't
very
I
like they're
can't
taking it back kind of thing. Like they
yeah,
took
it
that
was
whole
like
premise of
described
that.
as like it was like African American empowerment. That's like and what you said basically like taking back that whole
image and the weird
racial
the-
stereotype
yeah.
and like historical references type
And
of shit.
the reason for that picture was it was for like a media release for some clothing. I mean, he was wearing some of it in the picture, but they did the blackface just because that's the part of that aesthetic. I mean, Jim Crow.
But then Drake released that statement and said it had nothing to do with the clothing line, that it was for some sort of acting thing.
Yeah, and I'm like, where's so many misconceptions here? I don't understand. Why would you act for a clothing line? Like that doesn't make.
No, they were saying Drake said it wasn't to do with the clothing line, that it was actually part of some fucking like fine arts acting type
That's
bullshit.
weird.
Where's the video?
The video of what?
The acting. That
Oh,
for.
it was. I don't even know if there's a video. He just released a statement about it. He didn't even touch on any of the stuff with the kid or that porn star.
Fact of the matter is,
Yeah.
he released a statement which means he takes an L on that.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely took an L.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, when he released the statement, he kind of played it like a politician. He was just like,
I'm just sorry.
I'm sorry. Here's what it actually means. And I was just like, yeah, it was a good try.
Yeah, not much to that.
Good try.
Yeah, it wasn't very personal at all.
Yeah.
It just seemed like some fucking
Publicist
PR
statement.
shit. Yeah.
What made me laugh though is on a lighter note when they were talking about in Duppy Freestyle where he said, "Me and who did he say? Me and Lil Wayne are gonna send you an invoice."
Oh yeah.
And then he sent him an actual.
And then they did. That was funny. That was funny.
100,000. Have you seen that picture?
Yeah.
$100,000
funny.
invoice that
For
made
like
me crack up.
promotional purposes.
Yeah,
or whatever.
for
No.
upping his brand. For
No,
Pusha
it was
T.
for what was the wording was really funny.
It was hilarious.
It was like rejuvenating your career. or
Yeah, it
something.
was something. It was stupid.
That's awesome.
They should have made.
Yeah,
that
so
out.
Drake definitely took the L on that for sure.
What
You think he's gonna
get-
fire back? Kind of has to, doesn't he?
I feel like he's obligated to, but now with this Kanye West tweet that happened
There's a
last
tweet?
night, he said Kanye West said that I'm gonna look.
Did you hear the line in the song on Kanye's new album? Also, we should talk about Kanye's
Yeah.
new album.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is what he said.
I've got it in my favorites.
Sorry, I hate bringing up phone shit. Well, Kanye West tweets 13 hours ago.
Oh shit.
I've never been about beef. I'm about love. Lines were crossed and it's not good for anyone. So this is dead now.
I like how he's calling the shots. It's over now.
I know.
I
He's
say
just
it's
like,
done.
Pusha, this is what it is. You're done. sir.
He is the top.
Mm.
He is, and I think he kind of
Oh, he clearly
proved
knows
that with his album that he just dropped.
Yeah. It was really good. It was really. Me and Mark talked about how I teared up a few times during my
Yeah, it's
first listen
emotional.
through. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's great.
Ghost Town and what's the other one?
Ooh,
Yikes.
Violent
Crimes.
God.
Violent Crimes.
Yikes.
Yeah, Yikes hit me personally because
Yikes was good.
I've been like diagnosed with bipolar since I was like in middle school, and like just like
Excuse
some
me.
of the adjectives and ways he describes it is like it kind of resonated with me for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like the line about how he says something about collecting disability and that bipolar is his superpower
Yeah.
and shit like that.
Yeah.
And he
I had-
screams. I love that.
Cause
People think he's
yeah.
crazy.
Because I had times in my life where people have been like, you should just, quit
Take meds,
quit
go on
college,
disability.
quit this shit. Yeah. And I'm like, I want to prove that you can fucking graduate school and you can get a career and you can hold down that shit.
Yeah.
So,
You don't need all this nonsense.
yeah, like I don't want to be a statistic where it's like, oh, he's diagnosed with bipolar, so now he's a
I take
fucking.
propofol every day, and now I'm good.
So now he's like stuck, just not contributing to society. And I'm just like, no, I'm just gonna use this as
yeah.
part of my
You're not
fucking
George Bush in
personality
it. You're
and
not
shit.
painting dogs all fucking day.
Well, I'm painting stuff, kind of.
Two things for the Kanye album that stood out to me in really deep ways. The intro is fucking amazing.
Mhm.
and
Oh yeah, I thought
heavily-
about killing you today. I love me more than
heavily
my- yeah.
heavy.
Mhm.
It's super layered. Like there's like a
Mhm.
billion different ways you can flip what he's saying into a
Mhm.
different meaning. Super fucking cool. And just the message, I'm really about the message. I love myself more than I love you.
Mhm.
Mm.
And the fact that he's trying to get people to admit to that
Yeah.
through his music is like,
Because we're all
Wow.
stuck on love, and I love you, I love them, I love my mom. And
yeah,
it's like
love.
nobody talks about themselves. It's centered as like an ego kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's not. You're supposed to feel that way. You're supposed to hold yourself above a lot of different things
Yeah.
because you're all you have at the end of the day. I think sometimes.
You gotta love yourself before
Yeah.
you can love anything
And people
else,
think he's a
that's-
selfish, crazy bastard because he says that when he's really not.
No.
There's a.
Hold on, I want to do the second thing that stood out. On the song No Mistakes, to bring it back to the Drake beef, he dropped the whole second verse.
Was all directed at that.
Yeah. He said something like, too bold to write you, too rich to type you or text you. Something. And he goes in the end, he says, in reference to I'm upset. He says at the very end, he says, "Calm down, you're light skin," or "you light skin,"
Yeah.
which
The whole
is
race thing.
which is a stereotypical thing in the African American culture. That if you're light skinned,
You're sensitive.
you're sensitive.
And then, but I feel like just because Drake is sensitive, I mean, that's fine. And I
He
always
just
see-
said it the way he said it though, and in the moment in the song, and it's like kind of trailing off into the hook that's about, or the bridge that comes in the song. It's on hold on, I just had it pulled up. It's on No Mistakes. The way it transitions, it's just funny.
I like how he can, and like he's not even involved, and he can say that, and then nobody involves him.
But Drake did like say multiple Kanye lines, or at least
He brought him up a
referenced-
bit.
Yeah.
Like he's on his side, like Kanye's on his side. And then Kanye dropped that tweet.
No, on the Duppy freestyle, Drake went in on a whole bunch of Kanye references, like to referencing his albums and shit, but like saying he wrote tracks.
Yeah, he
for him
wrote
and
for
shit,
Kanye.
which he
Like, he-
did.
Yeah, and
Kanye
it's
is
not a bad
also,
thing.
I'm sure, written for Drake. It's very common.
Ghostwriters write all your stuff. That's so stupid. Especially like you said, that collaboration thing.
It's probably true to a certain degree. I mean, Drake bounces a fine line between pop and hip hop. So I mean,
Which I really enjoy. I love pop music.
and pop music is there's like a certain. I mean, there's like algorithms to that shit. There's like, so there's a reason why the shit is catchy. Like it's
I think
pretty
it's just so
determined.
beautiful, and I think pop music a lot of the time is just very pretty, and it will get stuck in your head mainly because it wants to be heard. Oh God, that sounds so pretentious.
Pop music is just cool. It's just popular music, you know. It's
Oh, is that the
designed-
short for
yeah.
pop? Yeah. Okay.
It's just designed to be like
Fun.
fun, yeah. Good music.
And it can still be like heavy, and it can still have emotion behind it and all that. Like I love
Yeah.
the 1975, and they do a lot of emotionally driven pop music. But it's just kind of
That's kind of what Drake
easy listening.
brought back
Yeah.
when he started coming back in Kanye too.
Emotional pop.
Was emotional popular music, like instead of just being this bland club sound.
Yeah,
you know,
house.
like
The
think of the
Weeknd, dude.
2000s, man. Like during the 2000s, what was music like? Nelly and
Over and over again.
Dipset.
you know, just like think of that era of music and how fucking whack
It was awkward, wasn't it?
It was very awkward. They didn't know what to do.
It was
All
weird.
these new sounds, but they were like old recycled sounds, and they were trying to copy older things, and it just
I love
wasn't
Dipset
working.
though.
Cool.
Do you like Cameron? Jules Santana? Come on, dog. Petey Pablo?
Nah,
Hater.
I ain't a hater.
Yeah, I feel like because the 90s had good shit.
Yeah.
90s R&B was good too. Yeah, the 2000s were like a weird transition, I feel like almost.
Very weird
Yeah.
time. Growing up during that time was very weird too, because you're just like, so this is what I'm supposed to be listening to? Okay, top 40.
There's still some bangers though.
There's still
fun shit
I'm
out
not
there.
saying it's all bad. I'm just
Right.
saying the general consensus of that era was just like really whack.
I mean, we all dressed fucking weird too.
We didn't have it figured out as a
No.
whole. We were just like struggling to be like, what are we? Now we got
Nobody
it.
really knew.
Now we got it figured out.
And now the
Whereas
thing
like,
is
fuck you, I'm
individuality.
bipolar.
Yeah. It's awesome. I hate it. But it's funny because now it's individuality, I feel like. Before it was just kind of like bands, different people all together doing something. And now it's the individual making music.
Yeah.
That's why rap is so big now. Everything with Kanye, everything with Drake. I mean, it's one singular person. I think it's very interesting.
What about Roseanne, dude?
Oh, shit.
Poor Roseanne.
I see, and people think she's awful right now, and I know she's not awful. She's a good lady.
Did you
listen
watch
to
any
her.
of those clips I sent you in our Twitter beef?
What clip? No.
No.
I just wanted it to end. As soon as you had people starting to like and comment back, I was like, fuck this.
I'm
This
good at
was
Twitter,
supposed-
dude.
This was supposed to
I'm
be
sorry.
between us.
You
I'm
could
getting
fake
good
a
at
fight.
Twitter. I'm getting good at Twitter. I'm like getting randos to come onto my shit.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm
They're like,
getting
I
good
like
at
this.
it. Yeah.
Twitter's good for art. I've gotten a job interview through NBC Sports through a tweet.
Nice.
I've gotten to work with Tom Segura through a tweet.
I love him.
So Twitter's a cool fucking asset to use.
I
Yeah.
think it's just so easy to make things so
You just
popular.
got to get that timing.
Yeah.
Because I know for like the Tom Segura one, I saw that he had like tweeted 30 seconds ago, and then I quick threw out my T-shirt funny joke thing,
Yeah.
and then he responded like shortly
Because
after.
he was right there.
He was online, watching his shit.
It's all about that timing.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, back to
Roseanne.
back
Poor
to
Roseanne.
fucking
Rosie.
Bam, 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 bam.
So the clips I sent you were all different little short clips of. Sorry, my allergies just went fucking nuts.
Do you need? I don't even have any allergy medication. I don't know why I was gonna offer him some. You got one of those aromatherapy pens? No, come on.
The clips I sent you were just like her.
Some fucking propaganda bullshit.
No, bro, it was her show back in the 90s.
She's not in
and
the
like
government.
and like the political stances she was taking through her show with like women's rights and LGBTQ whatever.
Plus.
Da da
all
da
that.
nee. Like you got to remember her show was one of the first to have like a steady homosexual character on it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last clip I sent you that was like the nail in the coffin was one talking about race, because her and Dan in the episode were sitting down with DJ, and DJ was, I knew it was out there. It took me for fucking ever to find this clip, but it was on YouTube. So they were sitting down with DJ, and they were talking about this girl that DJ liked. It was when he was a really little kid. And they were talking, he was like being self-conscious. He was like, I don't know if I like her. And they were like, why not? And then it come to find out it's because she's black. And so they're talking to the kid about it. And he's like, well, I don't know if I should, because she's a different color than I am and whatever. Anyways, this was in the 90s. And, you know, they get to the, like, there's like little taglines and shit, punchline in it. But this was in the 90s of her doing this and being like, no, it's okay. They're the same as us. We're the same as them. It's no difference and whatever. Like, this is the shit we were raised on. And now they're calling the same person who made because she makes that TV show. That's her. It's her stories. It's her storylines, you know. Now they're calling her racist.
And like a bigot, yeah.
Right.
Which I don't, and if anyone ever, like, watch an interview with Roseanne, like, watch
I'm gonna grab a tissue.
anything, like a podcast or anything. God, she's such a sweet woman. She's so caring in her spirit. You can just tell by the way she talks, by the way she says things. She's just so empowering, and she wants the best for you. She really is a mom. She really is. Hollywood's mama.
I don't know. Here's
think
my
it was-
take on this. I would have been, I think what, in my mind, I thought it was a joke, right? So I took it as like her trying to be funny, her trying to make like, I think she was trying to make a political profound statement. And I think she did it in like, you know, typical Roseanne fashion that was intended to be a joke.
But why? So why doesn't she like this woman? I didn't even read up on
so
this woman.
so nobody really knows who this woman is unless you follow politics closely. This was one of Barack Obama's top advisors during, and she goes way further back than that too. She's been a well-connected lady on the Democratic side for a long time. She's very questionable about a lot of the things she's done. She was born in Iran. She's connected to her parents were like extreme communists.
Yep, sounds like me.
She's connected to the Muslim Brotherhood and like just a whole bunch of different things.
Are me
so
and her the same person?
So her joke was like Roseanne's joke that she made was very. It wasn't. I don't think it was intended to be racist. And when you look at this lady, the Valerie Jarrett, she doesn't look like a black lady.
She looks mixed.
But
Maybe.
if she's speaking on something, do your fucking research before you fucking just throw out a fucking tweet like that.
Anyone
I mean,
of
I don't
any
think it's
color.
that serious.
Don't
you know
call
how
someone a monkey.
we sit here for almost 2 hours, and some things that we say are not researched well. You know,
Right, but I feel like if you're a fucking that like public of a figure.
Yeah.
Like you need to be more consciously aware of what the fuck you're saying.
I hate people that don't have a filter like that. Like
Why?
fucking Mel Gibson. It's not like it just gets them in trouble. Like certain times there's certain things you
What's
don't
trouble?
have to say.
What's trouble?
People hate her now. Her image is so tarnished and I hate
It's gonna
that.
come back around though.
I really hope
You
so
can't-
because
you
she's a
can't-
fucking great lady.
If you're a bad person, it won't. You know, like if that's what you are, then you're just gonna continue
It
to
was
attract
just-
the same energy.
I think I would have been fine about the whole thing. I don't think it would have bothered me as much if she didn't fucking throw out that Ambien shit. That's when I was
Yeah.
like, okay, what is this excuse?
What
I
is
think
she
it's a
even
deeper.
saying? She just didn't know. She was like, oh,
That's
Jeff
why I'm
Ambien
like,
made me
what
do it.
is this fucking nonsense?
I don't think she. Well, first off, even in her own words, she was like, "I'm not using it as excuse. I'm just explaining to people who follow me and love me."
So it wasn't a joke. The Ambien thing wasn't a joke.
No, it wasn't
No.
a joke.
Okay.
It was
She said she was on Ambien, and she's before had experiences in the past where she did crazy shit
Okay.
on Ambien, and she was saying, "I'm not trying to excuse myself. I'm not trying to use it as an excuse. I'm just saying this is what happened." And then, of course, you know, we
Is
take.
she an insomniac? Is that why she takes Ambien?
No, I think just more. I think for one, like I don't know what to think about all these things coming out. Like Kanye West saying he's on 7 opiates a day, and then now Roseanne's coming out and saying she's on Ambien. I think this might be designed to make people question some of these things
Yeah.
that we're doing. The population that's addicted to these things, because there's people addicted to sleeping pills. They can't
Oh,
sleep
yeah.
without a sleeping pill.
Mm.
There's people addicted to opiates. They can't walk around through life because they think they're filled with pain, and it's like more of a mental thing than it is a physical thing. Like
Well,
America
big
is
pharma
bad
is a
with
fucking
opiates.
problem, dude.
Big pharma
It's
is a huge fucking
business.
problem.
It's a gross ass business that use fucking humans as their
Yeah.
like way of making money. It's fucking dark.
Yeah.
Especially when health is involved. Your health is it's you. It's how you
Well, they
stay
don't fucking
alive.
care about anyone's health.
Exactly.
That's the thing. Is they're just like,
That makes them so
It's money.
evil.
Yeah.
If it was about health and about like the well-being of people, they would cure some of these things that
And
they
with
could
the media,
easily do.
Like Martin Shkreli. When I think of Big Pharma, I think
I love
of him.
Martin Shkreli.
I see his face and I'm like,
You don't
Do I
understand.
trust you
You don't
guys?
understand what again, it goes back to the point that some of these people are making, right? You don't ever see a face of a pharmaceutical company.
Mhm.
They never put a face out. That's never happened until Martin Shkreli came around. Then there was a face put behind it.
what's funny is I heard that like people were defending him, and I'm not saying he's a bad person.
I'll
saying
defend him.
because
I'll
of the
say
whole thing where they said he upped the price to help people out
no.
with EpiPens. I didn't even
No.
read what
He didn't do
exactly
the
was
EpiPens. He
going
did AIDS medication,
Yes,
or like
yes.
it's a very small. It's a very small, limited number of people who have this very specific thing that is related to AIDS. It's not an AIDS medication. It's a thing
to
that
prevent
you
it.
become susceptible to once you get AIDS.
Mm.
So he jacked the price up like 2,000% or whatever and went nuts. But what he did is he made a big fucking show out of it. Then let
Like
us all
Banksy.
know that this is happening.
Mhm.
He went up and he said, I didn't do anything that I'm not allowed to do.
Oh,
Right?
that's scary.
Over and over and over again. He went on news channels and whatever, and he said, I didn't do anything that I'm not allowed to do. I'm allowed to do this. I'm not the only one that does it, and this isn't the most extreme version
Case
of
of
it
it.
happening.
Mhm.
He's like, I just did it.
Did it ever go back down?
I don't
Does
know.
anyone know?
No, he's so what they were. What he was doing is he bought this weird. There's only one version of this drug. There's no generics of this drug. There's only this one version, and it's for something that makes people like the drug itself. If you have to take this drug, you're already really sick,
Mhm.
and then the drug itself makes you even more sick
Oh.
taking it. So what he wanted to do, because he's actually fucking brilliant. He's a smart, he apparently just memorized medical books and shit. Like he's just a fucking genius.
guy.
Yeah. So what he does with his company is he finds smaller brands like this, tries to fix them. So it's not a pill where you're already sick, and you're getting more sick because you're taking this medication. He wants to fix them so it's a better working drug, and then open it up and share it so that generics can
he just kind of took. That's why I said Banksy, because he kind of took the one pill, did that whole show of it. Was that it almost seems kind of like a social experiment, sort of.
Yeah.
Which is kind of ballsy.
And he's in jail right now.
Oh Jesus!
For
Did he
some
ever
other
get
shit.
That Wu-Tang album.
Yeah, he did, and then he sold it right before he went to jail.
Wow. So are we ever gonna get to hear it?
I don't know who has it now.
I thought that I heard
Somebody
I read a
bought
thing,
it. He sold it on eBay.
I read a thing about if once he sold it to that person, that breaks the contract he made with Wu-Tang, and that they can distribute that. They can do that now because that's broken because they already sold it to a third party. Something like that. So I was like, shit, we gonna hear it then or what?
I heard a conspiracy theory that it was going to be Wu-Tang and Bill Murray. We're going to try to steal the album back.
That's so cool. God, I love Bill Murray.
That would be the best movie ever.
Hell yeah.
Wu-Tang and Bill Murray. Have you ever seen that Coffee and Cigarettes episode with Bill Murray and Jizza and RZA from Wu-Tang?
Mm-hmm. It's like
fucking
iconic
funny.
fucking photo too of them just sitting there. It's good shit.
Speaking of conspiracy theories, are we gonna touch on those? Do you want to touch on?
Oh
those?
yeah.
I don't even remember. What we were talking
Always.
Oh yeah. What's your favorite conspiracy theory?
Okay, I have a few, and some of them are stupid, but I'll go with the most ridiculous one first, which is Pizzagate.
I love Pizzagate.
See,
well,
I
don't love Pizzagate.
It's
Sorry.
got so many holes.
Yeah, careful there, bud.
Careful.
I'm very for pedophiles getting taken down
Yes.
and like
Getting what's coming to them.
kill them. I don't care. I want to see it.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll watch.
I will watch that.
Because I didn't believe it. I didn't think it was a thing. I was like, Pizzagate, what kind of fucking conspiracy theory is that? Some stupid bullshit.
Yeah, the
millennials made
name
up.
is.
It's so, it doesn't sound right. But then when you read about it and you hear about it, it's ridiculous. Because it's all, pizza is a word that is apparently used in the pedophile realm. That's like, pizza is girls and hot dogs are boys. And it was this whole thing about like people in the government sending emails back and forth about, hey, you want to grab some hot dogs later? Like they believed there was this giant child sex porn ring, whatever was going on, that all these government officials,
upper elites mostly.
yeah, and they
like
even like tagged like Hillary Clinton in with all this stuff. Like she sent emails involving like
Barack Obama.
yeah, and I was like, what the fuck are they
Hold on,
talking
it's like
about?
$25,000 worth of hot dogs for a White House party.
That was just gonna mention that
Yeah.
they said, I hear they're
Dude.
flying in
Or
$20,000.
that weird photo of that vacation that he took with that like young white girl.
Barack.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
him and that girl, no one else.
Wendy or Debbie or something.
Yeah,
like that.
something like that. There's like photos of him
Yeah,
with this fucking little girl.
How old is she?
There's no
like
explanation
12,
either.
11, 12.
Barack,
He's on.
no.
There's one. It's a newspaper article. It's him on vacation,
No wife scene. It's just him and
And-
this fucking girl.
and
dude.
he's got a bandage wrapped around his middle finger. And then
What's that
Marina
mean?
Abramovich does that weird fucking
I love
your-
Marina Abramovich.
dig the knife into your left hand, and I don't know. It's one
Do you
of
know
her
Marina
weird
Abramovich?
ritual things.
She's what do you call them? I forget what she does. She's like a
She's a performance
yeah,
artist.
performance artist.
Mm.
She's also Serbian, or I think she's Yugoslavian.
Mm.
She's one of us. She's one of me. So I represent.
She's a witch.
yes. We're all gypsy witch women. See, I hate the word gypsy because I feel like I can't say it anymore because it's a racial slur. But I'm part Romani, so
Is it?
suck on that.
I guess.
I can't
don't-
keep up with all these.
Oh, there's so
fucking
many slurs
things
now,
that
and
are
I feel
offensive.
bad because I mean Romani people are really judged where I'm from, but
Yeah.
no,
It's called
gives a fuck.
Romani and not Romanian now.
No. Well, I mean, the Romani people, I mean, I don't know if it's Romanians. I mean, Romanians are the people from Romania, but they're called Romani because, I mean, they're from all different regions of the world.
Mm.
We have plenty of them in Bosnia. We have plenty of them near, like, Serbia, Montenegro, all around. I mean, there's even some in, like, I don't want to say whiter
School,
countries.
Jesus.
There's so many. There's so
Taking
many
over.
different, yeah. And then when you see, like, the Romani shows, like, the gypsy families here on, like, TLC, that shit's so wrong. That's nothing like the people but overseas at all.
Those like weird shows where they're like
Awful.
getting
Well, they all have
married and
braces.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are
So
crazy.
gross. And I mean, that's nothing like the culture at all, which is why I don't understand why it's a thing and why they act like that here. It's so weird.
Back to the fucking Pizzagate shit.
Mhm.
I think that pedophile shit is like a weird rite of passage for upper elites where they can like essentially blackmail you.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
what
that's
I
what
think
I
it
think
is.
it's partially tied to blackmail, and then it's partially tied to just I don't know. There's some weird sickos out there
But
that
why-
like power.
Why is the government full of pedophiles? And why is it And if that's the thing in the conspiracy theory that it's full of pedophiles, why are so many pedophiles drawn to government positions so they don't get caught?
Because it's higher up power shit.
So they feel like they're away above the law, kind of thing.
Yeah,
That
power,
makes sense.
power, and like. This is the shitty part of the internet is like you can dig into these things and really find some shit. I really found some shit on Pizzagate.
For real?
Yeah.
I really wanted to think it was debunked and not real. The guy who owns the whole thing about it was that there was a pizza parlor in DC, yeah. And it had a restaurant right next to it, and they said that it was this whole hub of the entire
Comet
thing.
Ping Pong
and pizza.
James Alefantis.
Yep, Alefantis. And this guy who owns it is just this weird, strange individual. He's
gay,
and he doesn't look harmful when you look at him.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like somebody who would be running a child sex ring. But he said that after all this stuff came out on the internet about Pizzagate, this whole giant experience, this whole theory that people were coming in, and like there was even a shooting there because some guy came with a gun and wanted to release all the kids.
I think that was a psyop.
It's fucking weird.
I think that was designed to take the heat off of this pizza place.
Because I heard that it was debunked. I heard it wasn't true. But what do you believe? You know, that's the whole beauty
So,
of conspiracy theories.
Yeah, and then too, I mean, people can make up anything on the internet. You know, you can take a story and exaggerate it and turn it into something it's not. So who knows really what's being told that's true and what's being told that's just like fairy tales. But I think that the shooting at the pizza place was a psyop. I think it was a false flag event.
Well, I mean, it's
A red
100%
herring.
plausible because there's so much shit coming out about sex cults and fucking.
Yeah,
and the
that-
heat
all that
was
shit.
on this pizza place. Like people were like, they were going there. They were like,
people were protesting.
yo,
and
they were
showing
looking up. They were looking up the buildings. They
And
were
the
going into the
blueprints.
city, getting the prints, like the layout of this building, and finding other buildings. And like they dug into James Alefantis' circle and found other buildings that people close to him owned that were close to it. And they were trying to like map out where the tunnels are. They were going
I
underground.
was just gonna say a tunnel system.
Yeah, there was crazy. Like these people were going insane, as they should be, because like this is a threat to children in our country. Like, and then the FBI wasn't taking it serious. There's like you can go on YouTube and
Oh, I watched all those videos.
the phone calls of people calling the FBI and them just being like, okay, and there's a pedophile ring in the Comet Pizza, and then it's like you don't care. And there's countless people who called. And they opened no investigation on it.
Well, there's like crazy statistics of how many children get abducted a year.
I know.
Like a fucking insane amount.
Think about, and then just think logically in the bubble that you live within. How many fucking sickos are there?
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, you like look up those
freaky.
sites. It's
I
like
hate
red dots
those.
everywhere.
Ah.
Like Jesus Christ.
How many sickos
How
are
dare
there?
you? Well, my biggest thing that makes me think that this is very plausible is just that James Savall dude from England.
Who?
The dude that was like tied to that got knighted by the Queen. That
I
Oh.
heard
had,
about that. The night
that had the ship or like the cruise lines. Where,
Oh,
like, he would abduct a bunch of children and they would like do whatever, and then they would end up dying and shit afterwards. He was like stealing kids from like mental institutions and
Oh my
like taking them on this like cruise with all these like elites and shit, and they would do whatever, and then they would just
Did he
end up
masquerade
missing.
it as like a kind of like what's that thing for kids with cancer?
Yeah, he
like
was
a
like
last
Kind of
wish.
he was
Yeah.
like one of the dudes that like donated shitloads of money, like a poster dude for this particular place. And that shit's dark.
There's
And
I
like,
just heard some other shit kind of similar to that with Haiti and what they did with immigrant children after the hurricane in Haiti.
I don't know anything about this.
Yeah.
I try to steer clear from the fucking
Sad.
It's
pedophile
dark.
shit. It makes me
It's
feel
dark,
fucked up.
yeah.
I don't like it.
It's because it's real.
Humans, yeah. That's why I like true crime so much. Because
Yeah.
of the shit that it can actually happen. That's why the movie The Stranger scares me so much. You ever seen that?
I don't think so.
Mm.
Oh God, it's fucking terrifying. It's basically just this random attack for these people that live at this house, and these people terrorize them and scare them and knock on their windows and basically torture and kill them.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Ugh.
and then they did it. They
No
started.
thanks.
It's terrifying that this girl walks up to the door.
thanks.
I would not like this. She
Yeah.
goes, "Is Tamara home?" And she's like, "No." The lady who opens the door, she's like, "No, she's not home. I don't know who that is." She goes, "Is Tamara home?" And she keeps repeating that. Is Tamara home?
Go away.
I don't like it. And then like she sees her in the slider door, and I'm like, this is too much. Oh, I did not like
I
it.
couldn't watch that movie.
You should watch it
I
tonight.
can't. No.
You should watch it
You'll
by
knock all
yourself.
your doors. Yeah.
And Nessa and I will
Oh.
come over and knock on your doors and
Yep.
do weird shit.
Hey, Phil, is Tamara home?
Yeah.
God, it's scary.
So what else? You said you wanted to bring up more
A conspiracy? Yeah, I remember there was one where like there's a stupid one that the Avril Lavigne one that gets taken and turned into all these different.
She's a clone.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then someone said that
I love
about
clone shit.
they turned her into a clone after her one album. People who killed Amy Winehouse, which is she's very near and dear to my heart. That she was murdered. She didn't die.
I don't.
You
Amy
don't listen to
Winehouse is a
jazz.
fucking drunk trying to get clean, and when you're a fucking alcoholic, you are at a
And-
high fucking crazy risk of dying.
Wasn't
from
she
it.
doing heroin too?
Oh yeah, she was
Yeah.
bad. She was so bad. And like it's funny because it's not funny, but none of her team. I mean, there was the Paps. Nobody tried to help her. Nobody said take a step back. Nobody said you need to go relax. You shouldn't be on tour. There's awful videos of her on YouTube performing, all fucked up.
Yeah.
Skinny, like sad skinny.
Yeah.
How about
Terrifying.
those songs with her, with Nas and fucking Ghostface?
She did some good ass like hip hop. It was so great. I
good
loved her
shit.
cute little hip hop beats. They were
her
adorable.
her whole thing was kind of like hip hop beats,
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
soul, hip hop, blues, and
Yes.
fusion.
In the beginning, that's
Good
all
shit.
it was. Her
Yeah.
first album, Frank, was all that. I
Sweet.
loved it.
Sweet.
I
Sad
think
to
the
see her go.
cloning thing is plausible. I don't
Mhm.
know.
She looks
Fucking A, dude.
exactly the same. It's so stupid because they're like, look, her nose is crooked, different. I'm
I
like,
don't know about this cloning thing, man. I'll
It's
come out and say it
interesting, at
now.
least.
mm.
Like 10 years ago, they were like, "Oh,
We
we
cloned
might
a
be
goat."
able to clone sheep," and then
They
all
did.
of a sudden,
Avril
They did, I
Lavigne.
think.
all of a sudden, we got full-on celebrity clones.
Mhm.
I just don't see what
Yeah.
the purpose is, really.
Why would you clone someone? Yeah, because they say that she
Eminem
acts
is
different.
a clone, 100%.
If they did, it would be interesting to clone a person to see if they are the same.
It comes out
Right.
like all sloths
Yeah.
from
Or
the
is
Goonies.
are they the same, or is it more like a twin?
Right?
Yeah.
They have different
Right.
personalities.
Is one a zombie? Can you just totally like?
One comes out as Avril Lavigne, but it's like Sloth from the Goonies.
No.
What was that? What was that one show or one movie? The one movie with Michael Keaton, where he had a whole bunch of clothes.
Multiplicity?
Multiplicity, yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It was a fun movie.
Yeah.
I've never seen that, but I loved Vanilla Sky with Tom Cruise. Sort of almost the.
What is
You've
that?
never seen that movie? You've never
Is that
seen
related to this?
Sort of, yeah, because it's all weird and dystopian-y in the future, and you gotta watch it to get it. You gotta watch
What
it.
about Minority Report? Dude, I love Tom Cruise. I don't give a fuck.
And his fucked up teeth,
I love
He's
Tom.
the
tooth
best.
in the middle of his fucking face.
yeah,
That
yeah,
bothers
yeah,
me.
yeah.
I love
Don't
Tom
like that.
Cruise jumping on the couch.
Oh
That's,
yeah,
like my
I love
favorite
his thing in
moment.
Scary Movie where he breaks Oprah's hands.
Tom Cruise, Top Gun.
Top Gun. Yeah.
Top Gun is tight. Talk to me, Goose.
You ever see the Tim and Eric $1 Million movie?
Yeah.
Where they run
yeah.
like horses. Is that the one? Where they run weird in the beginning.
No, the opening is the Johnny Depp impersonator in the diamond suit.
I haven't seen it in a while, but
It's been a minute. I
yeah.
remember it being. Was
Anyways,
it on Adult Swim?
it's the one with Will Ferrell in it, and they sit down. Will Ferrell owns a shitty mall, and they're
Yeah.
gonna buy the mall from Will Ferrell
God,
to save their business.
I
And
recall that.
they sit down to meet Will Ferrell, and he's like, "Hold on, can we just watch Top Gun real quick?" And so they sit and watch the whole movie.
isn't John C.
And then he
Riley like
starts
a
it over
zombie in
again.
that too, or something?
No, he's
weird
like
happens?
he's like
a bum or something.
he's like a disabled, homeless
yeah.
adult baby.
It's weird. Yeah, adult baby is the
Yeah,
right
I
word
need
for him.
I need to see that again. It's been so. I feel like I watched it when it came out, and then I never saw it.
It's
ever
funny.
again.
The first time I saw it wasn't. I was on drugs. I was on good drugs.
It was
So of
good.
course it's funny.
Yeah, it was extremely funny. That's actually the first time I watched them. Was that time I was on drugs, and before that I didn't really like understand their comedy.
Tim and Eric.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's.
I didn't
weird.
really like dig into it. I remember like when I was younger, Tom Goes to the Mayor on
Yeah, that's a
Adult
good
Swim.
one.
Mhm.
That was like
God,
their
I loved
first
Adult
show.
Swim.
That was their first show they had on there.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I'm glad I grew up on Adult Swim. It
Mhm.
made me the weird person I am today.
Adult Swim, Comedy Central.
Mhm.
Those were the things that were doing well in the 2000s.
Yeah.
Music was horseshit.
Yeah.
Music was garbage.
Comedy was so good. Comedy was so funny.
Yeah. Chappelle Show.
Chappelle Show.
That's like
The
the greatest
best.
show.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
This
need you to
is
go out and
greatest-
milk a Cambodian woman. You remember that episode?
Yes, no.
Cambodia titty milk.
Yeah, Cambodian
I love
titty milk.
the race draft. I thought that was so
Yeah,
funny.
we'll trade Wu-Tang Clan for I can't remember what the trade was.
Tiger Woods or
Yeah.
something.
Tiger Woods. He was relevant back in the day.
What else? The dude in the KKK that was black.
Yeah, big.
Yes!
Big,
Oh my
Bigsby.
God!
Bigsby
I loved
or
him.
whatever.
You're looking
Yeah.
right at him. I hate him so much.
So good.
Oh, one of my favorites. I wish I could quote it more, but you really can't when you're white.
Yeah.
You really can't quote that episode when you're super white.
A lot of the episodes, you really can't.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm rich, bitch.
Yeah.
That's about it.
That's about it.
You can say half of fuck your couch. That's
Yeah.
about it too.
Yep.
What's funny is I love that episode with the Madhouse. What was that show that they did a parody on? Where there was that one white kid in the house, like MASH, basically. Because whatever the show was, it was like, it's funny because I always pictured it as a bunch of white people in a house. What would happen if you just put like one black guy in there? And then he thought of like, what if it was all a bunch of black people and then one white kid in there? And then he's like, Tyrone, you slept with my girlfriend?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You stabbed my dad. Like,
When Dave Chappelle does whiteface,
Yeah. It's
Oh,
great.
like
God.
I forgot what the family is called, but he's like about to have sex with his wife or something, and he's like, "Can I put it through my boxer hole?" I still quote that shit always. It's so good.
it's stupid. Didn't he have like gray hair? What was it, like a wig on or something?
He had like blonde hair, and he was like white.
like that weird brown hair.
I'm trying to like the name of the family was something.
There's
fucked up.
there's the white family with the N word as their
Yeah.
last
yes,
name.
something
yes,
like
it
that.
is.
Might
It
have been
is.
that.
That's the one. Sorry, I
Yeah,
pointed
and he
so
plays
aggressively.
He
at you.
plays like the milkman. And he's like typical wow, some shit like that. Yeah, that
it's
shit is so good. Oh my god,
I miss him.
that's the best.
Yeah.
The best show ever.
Yeah. He
He
nailed
came back
it.
with heat though. Those fucking specials though.
Yeah, they were good.
Yeah, I love those.
I love
He's-
the one in the belly room or whatever. Such a good one.
I could have went and saw him play one night. He was like doing random. I lived in LA for the last year, and then I lived like 2 city blocks away from the Comedy Store, and there was like a solid month he was doing random drop-ins. He would just show up
That's
and
so
do it like an
fun.
hour-long, 2-hour-long set,
Yeah.
practice a whole bunch of new material.
See, I always, and at that comedy show we were at, I talked to some comedian guy, and I was like, how the fuck do you write material? How do you sit down and write something that's funny? Because all I would do is stand up all day, record myself talking, maybe get like 1 or 2 good jokes out of that, and then expound on that. It has to be such a long process. I would love to do it. It
I
just
think
seems-
if I were a comedian, it would just all be based on stories of my life or whatever, and then just
and I hate that
making
stigma
sure
that
they're well crafted.
that comedians don't tell true stories, that they make shit up just
I feel
for
like
laughs.
most
Well,
of
you
it's all true.
exaggerate.
Yeah.
You just
It's
exaggerate.
exaggerated.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I hate when they're like,
You,
that's
turn,
not
you
true.
gotta like when you're telling a story, you have to we were taught how to tell stories in school. It's the same thing. You have to have a climactic part of the story. You have to have the intro, kind of warm everybody up to the characters or whatever is a part of the story.
It's all the part of the process.
Yeah.
What makes it good is how you tell it.
I think I've thought about doing stand up a lot because I feel like I have a good understanding of comedic timing and I just have a lot of fucking
to
stories.
say,
I've
yeah.
lived so many different lives in this
For
one
sure.
lifetime.
I want to tell people about my fucking family. God.
Yeah.
Foreign ass. And it's the same thing with every
That's
like
part of
foreign
the
comedian.
Mitzi Shore fucking formula.
Yeah.
Is there's a bunch of comedians back in the day that how you got into the Comedy Store was basically getting passed by Mitzi Shore, which is Pauly Shore's mom. That's her fucking that's her fucking club or whatever, and to like become like a paid regular and stuff. Like tons of comedians talk about how there's like a certain formula, and it was like one thing has to be about your family, one thing has to be like about your ethnicity or whatever, and then
Yes.
one thing is like what you think your favorite joke of is all time.
Yeah.
Something along those lines. And
That's
then,
your 5-minute set.
That's
and then
funny.
that's how you like get your foot in the door. That's like what she looks for.
I feel like once you figure out your formula and your
Mhm.
timing, your comedic timing, like writing the jokes really isn't that hard.
No,
and then
yeah.
from that point on, it's just all about fitting your stories into the formula. You know,
Of
because when you watch like in Aziz Ansari do stand up, his jokes
Mhm.
are all kind of the same
Mhm.
joke over and over again. They're just different stories and different variations
Mhm.
of
What I
of
love
the
is like
theme.
descriptive humor, like John Mulaney. I
Yeah,
love that little
I
white
saw
kid.
John Mulaney and Nick Kroll. They did a pop
I
up.
love Nick Kroll.
They were fucking
Have you
hilarious.
seen Big Mouth, that show that they do?
Yeah, it's-
God, I love that
it's
show.
rude.
So
Big
weird.
Mouth is awesome.
Rude.
So funny. I
funny
did
shit.
not want to like it at all when I first watched
It's
it.
a disgusting
It's
show.
disgusting and fuck. You ever
amazing.
want to watch a kid fuck a pillow? Then Big Mouth is for
yeah.
you.
Woo.
I did not want to watch it, and then I was
I
like, God
loved it.
damn it, it's so fun. My favorite character is Lola.
Which one's
Oh
that?
my god!
I watched like the first 2 or 3
I'm
episodes.
A dump truck.
I
watched-
love the like puberty monsters.
Yes,
all day.
I'm gonna take a bubble bath. God, I love the girl
The
one.
woman, yeah,
Yeah,
the
she's
girl,
my favorite.
The woman, fucking puberty monster is
She's
so funny.
Nobody knows what the fuck we're talking about. Puberty
I'm sure
monster.
someone-
Yeah.
If you're
That's
cool
good.
and you
Watch
watch the
it.
show, watch it. Yeah.
At least watch the first episode.
It'll suck you
it's
in.
fucking hilarious.
Don't watch it with your parents. 'Cause
No.
you'll feel embarrassed.
Or
Watch
anyone.
it with your mom.
Yep.
Watch it with your grandma. Watch it with your cousin.
Watch it with your dog.
Watch it. I watch it with my dog.
Watch it with your significant other.
They'll
That's,
break up
really
with you
conservative.
after. Yep. I thought we were in this together. I thought we were into Christ together, Sally.
What other comedians you guys into? Who's popping right now?
Ooh.
I can't wait for Rogan to drop his next special.
He's working on one.
hmm
Cool.
Sam Tripoli.
Ooh.
Sam Tripoli has one coming out.
Tig Notaro.
Who's Tig Notaro?
See, nobody knows Tig Notaro because she was big back in like the early
Sounds
days,
familiar.
like 2000s. Like she had breast cancer for a bit, and that's like what all her jokes were about.
Okay.
But she's just very sarcastic. like, yeah. Well, it was pretty funny at the time, but now she's just like she has this new special on Netflix, which you should give it a go. It's stupid funny. It's just so stupid funny. She's just it's called Happy to Be Here. And she's a very like she touches on the fact that she's like a very manly looking woman.
Yeah.
And she kind of is, and she's got a wife, and they have 2 baby boys, and it's just very like explanation humor. It's very funny because you're just like waiting for her to get to the point, and then it's just raucously funny when she gets there. I didn't like her at first because the breast cancer put me off. I was
Yeah.
like, I did not want to laugh at that. I feel weird
Right.
laughing
It's just
at
like
that.
it's just like female comics that they're like they just had a baby or they're
Ali
pregnant
Wong, Ali
and that's
Wong.
all
They're
they
getting
talk
married
about.
or they
It's-
just got
yeah.
married.
Or
It's-
your fucking what's her
it's kinda
name just
boring.
talks about her vagina all damn day. Amy Schumer.
Oh, she's so great.
You think so?
No, I'm just
Thank
kidding.
God. You really think
The
so?
worst.
I felt both of your negative energy. Like, what did he just say?
No, I knew you were kidding.
She's just not
I know
that
you're
funny.
smarter than that. I love Bill Burr,
Mm.
of course. I liked Moshe Kasher and his wife's new stand-up.
I've never seen either of them.
Moshe Kasher and what's her
Who are
name?
they?
Natasha Leggero.
I've heard that name before.
I don't really like her set, but the set they did together was funny. It's like a 3-part set. It's like Natasha Leggero does 30 minutes, Moshe Kasher does 30 minutes, and then they do a segment at the end. They like toured together for a while. They do a segment at the end where they bring couples up and then they just like roast them.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's
So
funny.
they're
a great
like,
idea.
they're like, you know, this is the type of couple. Like they'll like feed into whatever. They'll ask them
How they look.
questions.
Yeah.
and what
They'll
they're
ask them
into.
questions and then they'll like kind of half-ass like give them like shitty like relationship advice based on
Yeah.
how they answer the questions. It's on Netflix. It's super good. Definitely
watch
check it
that.
out.
I saw one. I heard about these two twin African-American dudes, and I forget their name. But they were
I know
really
it.
funny.
I know what you're talking about.
They were really funny. I love
I don't
them.
think I ever got through it all, but yeah, it's something twins, right?
Yeah, like just
Yeah.
these two dudes, and they were just like, I've never heard of them before. I'd never heard of their name before, and they just popped up on Netflix. I don't even know if it's still up there. But
I saw a
yeah.
bunch of people when I probably saw like future superstars when I was going to the Comedy Store because I was going there for their open mics on Monday nights.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, it's not like a normal open mic. It's like the first like hour is like an open mic, but you you can like sign up, and then they draw names out of a hat.
Oh,
So
that's
it's like
cool.
random. You
Mhm.
might not. You could go there for a whole year and not get your name drawn.
Mhm.
You know, or you.
So
could
it's kind of like
randomly-
Kill Tony, but like not set up in the podcast way.
yeah, and then you get like 5 minutes
Yeah.
to do your stand-up set. I watched a lot of people bomb, and
Isn't
because
that
another
awkward?
thing,
love
another
That's my
thing,
watching
biggest
bombs.
fear.
another thing. Yeah, I love it, and I feel like I could be the king of bombing if I really put my mind to it. Like I could make an entertaining bombing set. Like
And then people would enjoy it.
yeah,
What about that comedian we watched bomb last weekend
where?
at Rackets?
Oh yeah,
There was a
Bombed
comedian
fucking
at
ass.
Rackets?
yeah.
He bombed so hard it was so fucking
What were his jokes
uncomfortable.
about?
Being Mexican mostly.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't just go off that for the whole damn thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't even good either. It was just hacky like fucking George Lopez.
What's up,
Carlos
SA? Ha, ha,
Mencia.
ha.
I-
Yeah, I
It
guess.
wasn't that bad,
I
but it
said-
was up there.
I said after I felt like he thought he was performing to a room full of racists.
Oh, yeah, and they would
That
enjoy
that was the
that.
energy I was getting off of him. So he was like kind of bitterly saying these
Yeah.
Mexican jokes.
And it also, they were like, I don't know, man. They just, when he wasn't getting good crowd responses from his jokes, he kept saying shit like, most people laugh at these jokes.
Ooh.
Or like, usually I get laughs from this. And like, kind of like pushing like the fact that they're good jokes, but why isn't anyone laughing? It was like
That's
super
uncomfortable.
whack.
I felt
It
like he was
like,
almost
what?
wanting somebody to like interrupt him just so he could fuck with somebody in the crowd. You know,
He wanted to
but
be
I
heckled.
didn't. Yeah, I didn't want to heckle because that's like a golden rule in
Yeah, I
comedy.
don't like that either.
I would like to do I feel like if I ever did stand up, it would be more performance art and less stand up.
Mhm.
But I think heckling would be a
Physical
cool part to like work into the set, like just
it's almost
destroy
like an art.
somebody.
Well, I mean, that's
When you
just
see it
crowd
happen.
work, kind
Yeah.
of.
yeah,
a
like
weird-
crowd
Yeah.
work,
like a
but,
confrontational version of crowd work, kind
Yeah.
of.
but
I feel
don't
like
know,
I feel like I would be good at crowd work.
I'm like super inspired by like Andy Kaufman is like one of my favorite
Oh,
people
man.
of all
Did
time.
you watch that thing?
Which one?
The actual Jim Carrey documentary about him being Andy Kaufman.
Yeah,
I watched
yeah.
that whole thing. It was great.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I loved it. You
Jim
seen it?
Carrey is fucking nuts.
I
Jim
haven't
Carrey,
watched it.
I see him and I'm just like, what's going on in that fucking brain of yours?
He's like
It's so fun to listen to him talk too because he actually makes sense. He doesn't look like he makes sense.
Yeah.
He makes sense.
He's wild.
he's
now.
out there.
Mhm.
He's out there.
Mhm. And he was talking about how he didn't feel like himself during the whole thing. The Andy Kaufman thing, Jim Carrey was, you know, those movies where somebody is somebody.
Mhm.
So like a celebrity plays somebody who was
Right.
influential. That was him. And he started saying that he felt not like himself at all. He felt like Andy.
Well, there's like a lot of actors that talk about how
they prepare.
they
for
just
roles.
like are in character
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
entire time that they're on set. Shit.
Look, I can relate to it doing some of the things that I've done. Like, so I trolled a rapper in Grand Rapids.
Really.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Was it a
Yeah, that
local
show was
rapper?
good.
Yeah,
What was
it
his
was really.
name?
I hope you know him.
I don't want to say his name.
Oh, okay.
Damn it.
Will you
tell
whisper
off
it
air.
to me after?
Yeah, I'll
Okay,
tell you
cool.
off air. But I trolled the shit out of him. So I made up a character called Scurt Cobain, and I made monologue videos, like bad guy monologue videos with a ski mask on,
Mhm.
with painted on tears going from the eyes on the ski
Okay.
mask. And in the first video, I grabbed one of my brother's empty bullets because my brother hunts, and he's saving his old bullets so he can repack them or whatever himself. So I grabbed one of his empty bullets, and I sat down from my laptop, and I pushed record, and I wrote out a script and kind of just gazed at it and read from it as I went through. But it was like, basically I watched the Joker's monologues from The
Mhm.
Dark Knight, just all similar bad guy monologues, and then I wrote my own script to it, and then I performed it, and I was playing with this bullet, and then I put you'd see the bullet up here, and then my hands would go below the camera, and I put in sound effects of loading a bullet into a gun. Yeah. I never said I was
Scary.
going to kill him, but I made it look like
Mhm.
I was serious.
And then I helped make those weird, fucked up,
Why so
sketchy
serious?
videos.
Yeah, so then I posted a video up, and like I was having a hard time getting it to him, so I started reaching out to all the people I knew in the rap community and was like, yo, I'm doing this troll. I just need the video to make it. So like if somebody could share it. And then finally somebody shared it. And they were like, what the fuck is this shit? And then
That's funny.
And
Did he
then
ever respond?
well, kind of. So his team started responding. There was like thousands of comments.
He's got a team?
Yeah.
Damn.
His team started responding. Then one of the rappers on his team was like, oh, you got to go through me first before you can get to so-and-so. And so then I wrote it took me like 30 minutes. I wrote a whole diss track against this other rapper. And then I wrote one against the main one. And you made a little clip for it. But I had a whole team working with me too. Like creative design and whatever.
What?
Yeah. It was
Yeah,
amazing.
I made like some.
I thought I was going to get arrested. I was honestly,
yeah.
I was like, I'm getting arrested for this, like, they're going to think this is real because I in no way made it appear as performance art. I tried to make it look as real as possible.
Yeah.
Surprised nobody called the cops on you.
I am too. I told my brother, because I was living at my brother's house at the time, I was like, just so you know, I'm doing this really crazy thing. The cops may show up, just like it's true. Like I'm doing a performance. You can have my back after, but if they pull me, if they arrest me and whatever, like just be calm. It's cool. Push record on your phone as I'm walking out the door with the cops. Like
help me with material.
Right.
Yep.
Just keep pushing it once I'm in jail.
Yeah, he's really in jail, man.
Let my friends know so they can continue this.
Right.
That's funny.
Yeah. But he never really fully bit back, and then I announced I unmasked myself and then nothing happened.
Wow, that's so boring.
Yeah, it was
That's
really
why diss tracks are big now.
I know. I thought he would play along with it because he did a troll, the Kanye troll.
Mm-hmm.
He faked a message between him and Kanye West
Really?
on Facebook, and then posted it
saying that he was going to open for him.
Yeah,
right? At Van Andel.
Yeah, when Kanye came and played
I
Van Andel.
remember. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
know
I just
who
don't
you're
want to
talking
say his name. It's
No.
not that
had
I'm
an
afraid
after
or
party.
anything. I just don't want to say it.
Yeah.
It was a pre-party, actually.
Yeah, I went to that pre-party.
Really?
I was there
Whack.
watching him perform.
I don't want
know.
to give him fucking advertising.
Yeah, I just don't want to advertise him. But I would still like to beef with him if for some reason
If it's at all possible,
he's
I would
hearing
still
this.
like to beef with you.
Yeah.
The offer's still there.
Yeah, so if he's, grow some balls and step up to the plate, we could probably knock some shit out of the park.
Yeah, stop being a bitch.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Black.
It'd be interesting.
It's sad.
That-
It's
so
sad
stupid.
because he had a chance to be a good guy and go against a bad guy because I was playing a bad
Mhm.
guy. Like,
Yeah.
it could have been easy to destroy me.
And you're out
Wasn't
of the
your
blue,
plan
too.
to eventually come out and say it was you?
My
Or
plan,
something?
my plan was going to be once he responded back, I was going to say that I was making my final response to him, and then it was real,
Mhm.
and I was going to unmask myself and present Sleep, the rapper I work with.
Mhm.
I was going to be like, this is all really just an advertisement scheme to put my homie Sleep on. So
Mhm.
go check out his music, and then we were going to play a new song by him. But we never got there. So.
Nope, never bit.
Hater.
At least you tried. Hater. They're the
Yeah.
motivators. Or the regulators.
That was probably one of the greatest trolls. I wish I still had the videos so I could show people
I was gonna
because
say,
they were
can we
crazy.
look that up?
No, I deleted everything,
Man.
and then my computer crashed after that, so I don't even
Ooh.
have the saved files.
Wow.
I have the songs. That's all I have. I have the songs that I made.
That'd be fun to listen to.
Yeah.
You should put that out.
Troll, 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 troll,
Well,
troll,
that's some
troll,
of the
troll.
lyrics right there.
That's the lyrics.
Oh my
That's the
God.
hook.
Yeah.
That's
I
the hook.
killed the troll and I like it.
Dude,
That's funny.
those videos I made were super fun to do.
Yeah, the cop
I
one
could-
or the murder news clip. There was a homicide this morning in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Oh man.
Yeah, it shows this dude just fucking clocking this other dude in the intersection.
Was that
Like
stock
gun
video?
clicking. Yeah,
Yeah.
there was some of it was stock, some of it was just like news shit that
Oh, that you found.
was like free use if I
Mhm.
like you if
Yeah.
Credited.
I should have credited it, but I mean honestly it wasn't gonna go anywhere.
Yeah, we were just whatever.
And it wasn't really.
If I was
full
gonna get
profit.
locked up, I was gonna get locked up.
Yeah.
It wasn't on anybody else. It was on me.
Well, I found like videos of like dudes in ski masks like fucking cocking guns and shit,
Yeah.
and it
Oh my
would be
God.
like all like super crime like looking where like
48.
the difference like filter, you know what I'm talking about? Like that type of shit. It's funny.
Man, I wish we could have seen that. That'd been fun.
And then everything
I'll
was
have
all
more
glitched
moments of
out
greatness.
too. Glitched out. Like I did
I
a bunch
love
of
those
like
little
glitch
effects.
like effects, yeah.
Well, it'll happen differently next time, but this is not my last.
I'll
troll.
wait. I'll wait for the next
It's not
time
my
you
last
reappear.
troll. I want to turn it more into performance art to get back to it. This is where it all rooted
Okay,
in.
Marina.
I would like. I want to do performance art.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Except I don't want to stand there naked and get like cut up. That'd be terrifying.
Yeah.
Because Marina did that.
Yeah, she did that. Yeah.
Yikes.
She was at a museum and she laid out a bunch of items on a table and she was on, I don't know if she was naked. I think she was wearing clothes and
Yeah.
people took clothes off of her
Yeah.
because she said, do whatever you want to me or something.
Yeah, there was like knives and like normal things, and then there was like a knife and I think a
sticky
gun.
notes and like a bunch of normal shit that you could, like there's even food objects. You could have balanced an apple on her head.
Can
or
I just
something.
give you a kiss on the cheek and
Yeah,
go
you
on
could
my
have.
way?
Yeah, you could
No,
have.
I'm not
stab
a
me.
fucking psycho. Jesus.
could've-
People, there was blood. There's pictures of her with like blood dribbling down. Like,
Yeah,
her
they
arms.
like cut her and
Good
stuff.
Lord,
Yeah,
dude,
people actually
what?
did that. She's crazy. I love her.
She said she was willing to die for it.
No, she's the best. Proud
Wow.
to
She's
be.
creepy.
Represent.
She does
She
all
is
the weird
creepy.
satanic shit.
Mhm.
Like the
Did you see that thing about her where she was just doing that performance art where she just did the whole sit with me and I'll stare into your eyes and
no.
well, she did this one where she was like, come sit with me for a few minutes and then like people were crying and like laughing and like just looking into
Weird,
her
what?
eyes. Yeah. And then what's funny was this was all recorded at a museum and then her ex of like 30 years came and like sat down in front of her.
Whoa.
And then like she just reached over and grabbed his hands and they looked at each other and laughed and then just got up and left and it was very cool.
Huh.
Speaking of like
Interesting.
looking performance art where you look into someone's eyes, there's this weird like Yugoslavian Russian dude that people pay to go see that just
Weird.
stare at him. They say his eyes are very calming and he makes them feel like nothing, like
Weird.
everything bad is. His eyes look like this, like they're literally just like just like very like his eyebrows are just down.
Weird.
And he's very calm and he just looks like one of the 4 or the 7 dwarves or something.
It's like the opposite of that smile through the pain meme with the old guy with white hair and he's smiling.
Oh,
But
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like, I'm really
He's been on
uncomfortable.
Tim and Eric, hasn't he?
But he has his own travel show now
Oh
called
my
Smile
God.
Through the Pain.
No way.
That's awesome. Jesus. Yeah, he's like the one where they like ripped all of his teeth out.
Oh my god.
And then they have that weird like vacuum that just goes into your
Yeah,
stomach.
yeah.
That weird product or whatever.
Yeah, I remember that. Tim and
Yeah.
Eric. Tim
They're
and
like,
Eric.
just
yeah.
break out all your teeth. Shove this tube down your fucking throat.
You don't have to chew anymore.
Yeah. It was something like that.
God.
Like sick of having to chew when you
Sick of
eat.
having to
Is
chew.
he eating food taking up too much time?
Yeah. They
And there's
just
just
start-
that black and white footage of somebody chewing, getting shit.
Yeah,
all
yeah,
over.
yeah.
Ah.
Oh,
you
it's
seen
just
the-
such a hassle.
Have you seen the chew workout ball thing? The real product?
No.
It's like this little ball you put in your mouth and you can work out your jaw
Oh.
with this little rubber fucking thing. It's got like a little strap around it that goes around your head.
Is it Asian?
Bro, what?
No, it's like
Isn't that just gum? Just
It's like
gum, like a fucking normal person.
it's like a beefed out white dude that made it.
What is it? The power of 5 gum? What the fuck is it?
Stimulate
Five.
your senses.
Stimulate your
Five
senses.
gum.
So
5.
stupid.
I love those memes where they're like something fucked up
Stupid.
happens, and then it's like stimulate your senses.
It's like a kid
dude
getting a gravel dump truck dumped on him.
like a
Stimulate
dude
your
that's like
senses.
lit on fire or some crazy shit.
It's funny. How did we get here?
Performance art.
Yeah. And 5 gum.
Yeah.
Have you seen those Asian products? That's why I said
Like
Asian.
the weird ones?
Like the one where it's like, keep your mouth open for as long as possible. And it's like this awful, like smiling Asian woman. And she has this apparatus in her mouth where it like covers up her lips. And it's just like, ah, and it stretches your mouth, like your lips out for some reason.
Just weird Asian.
the
Weird
only-
Asian health thing.
The only thing I've seen that's in the realm of that is dirty shit. Of course.
The dirty
It's
Asian
dirty.
side.
the you know, like the clamps that hold your mouth open, and then other weird shit takes place.
Other weird shit takes place.
Mark Glass's internet history. We should do a show about that.
Oh,
sometime.
just
my
go through your
God.
browser
Yeah.
history.
Hell
Do you even
no.
use
Hell
incognito
no.
mode?
Huh?
You don't even use incognito mode, do you?
Fuck no.
Nobody touches
Do I
my
look like a
laptop.
coward?
I do.
Own up.
I do. Because I
if
bring my
someone uses-
computer
yeah.
around a lot.
See,
YouTube gets pulled up a lot. There's a lot of, I don't know. There's a
Butt,
lot of
twerk.
moments.
I don't even know what else you would add to that.
Sensual sex videos.
Sensual sex,
Jesus
nubile films.
Nubile films.
Oh man.
Wowza.
How long have we been doing this for?
I don't know.
Like an hour and a
See,
half.
time flies when you're having fun.
Do you want to wrap it up?
We can get there.
Okay.
We got any other topics we want to hit on?
We did this. We did.
I want you to talk about Bosnia stuff.
You do? Why? It's like
Because you said you wanted to bring up your family,
I
and then
guess
you like
so.
never really did.
I guess I really never did. This is the very butt end. People are just barely listening on.
That's
Oh,
all
by
right.
the way, my parents we're my family, I guess. We're from
Mhm.
Bosnia, which means we're sort of, well, we're pretty Muslim, but I just don't practice. But I was raised
Your
Muslim.
family does though.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, my mom prays, my dad prays.
I
They go,
like-
why don't you pray?
I like Islam.
See,
it's a
Islam's
good-
like good culture. It's
it is,
actually
yeah.
very giving and very charitable.
Yeah.
Very good concepts. They just go about it wrong sometimes.
The extremists fuck it up.
Mhm.
Same thing with Christianity. Same thing.
And what's funny is you don't see anyone who's Muslim trying to convert people to be Muslim is
Yeah.
the thing. You never see that.
Yeah, that's a.
No, you do.
Have you?
do.
I've
yeah.
never seen anyone.
Yeah, there was a big movement in the African American community here
Oh.
with Muslims.
Really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
they.
So Dave Chappelle's Muslim.
Yeah,
He's
that's
Muslim.
because it went into the black community. It
Mhm.
became their religion in like
Mhm.
the 70s and 60s.
Which I think
they
is
were
very
like
cool.
they wanted to claim something as their own. They were
Mhm.
like, why do we have to follow the religion that the white people gave us?
Mhm.
Why can't we claim our own?
Which is what's funny.
And that's what that's how it was sold to them in the 60s and 70s was like this is black people's original religion. So you should learn it.
Wasn't Malcolm X Muslim?
Yeah.
Malcolm X was Muslim.
And then
Got that right.
he got into it with like the elite of the Muslim Brotherhood, and the elites then tried to like destroy his character because he found out they were doing all this weird shit behind the scenes, like having, like doing weird rich guy shit,
Oh,
like
God.
having secret babies and all this
Yep.
fucking nonsense, and like they're supposed to be religious leaders,
Mhm.
like the representation of what it is to be a good Muslim person. And they were doing all
fucking
this
up.
shady shit behind the scenes and like taking bribes and money or whatever.
And it's funny that you say that because like now, I mean, granted, my country was riddled with war and it
Yeah.
got split into a bunch of different countries. But yeah, we're very corrupt. Like if you go anywhere, I mean, even in like Serbia or anywhere over there at Montenegro, if you get pulled over by a cop, you can bribe your way out.
Yeah.
All of the politicians are bribed. There was this big thing that I can't find. It's weird. I can't find any like Google searches on at all. Back in the day, they were overthrowing like a politician in Bosnia or something, and there was this really there was this photo that was like very popular of like a bunch of Bosnian dudes like holding this dude in a suit, clearly a politician, and like throwing him out of like a building.
yeah.
And I was like,
Jesus.
that's great. Why don't we?
DJ Jazzy Jeff style out of Fresh Prince when Jazzy Jeff would get thrown out of the house.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
exactly like that. And then like people, I was like, why doesn't anyone like want to see this? Why is this not popular? All we get popular for is like Borat and shit, which I
Really?
love that movie. Well, it's based
Where's
on a lot
Borat?
of those countries.
Borat was from
It's from, like,
Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan, but a lot of the shit in that movie. I remember my family watching it. And they're like, "You can't fucking watch this."
Borat's beef with Kazakhstan after Borat dropped was the funniest shit ever.
Yeah, whatever happened with that?
Well, they were just trying to stand up, like, "Yo, we're not like this.
Yeah.
This is totally
Yeah.
false."
Yeah.
It's not though. It's so not. The beginning, the very beginning. It's so fucking not.
You heard it from a source.
Yep.
It is like that.
where you walk up and he goes, "This is my house," ha ha ha, and he's like walking in and showing everybody his shit, and he goes, "All right, I come, I show you outside," and the camera pans. There's a fucking cow inside the house.
Yeah.
Everyone has a cow.
So that's real.
People have been known to bring animals inside. We have giant rabbits.
heard it.
We have giant like foot-long rabbits
Oh,
that are
shit.
huge. Everything's fucking weird over there.
Holy
Everything's
shit.
crazy. And then he goes, "I have a microwave oven. He must get a microwave oven. I get to step. He must get to step." Like we all want better than our neighbor. Like
Oh shit.
we all live in the backwoods.
This is amazing. We are confirming, or she is confirming.
Borat's
that
real.
that's
Borat's
fucking
real.
sick,
That's a
dude.
direct
But
representation
we don't
of
have
Kazakhstan.
we don't have marriage bags. We don't steal women with marriage bags.
Yeah.
Pamela
I love
Anderson.
that movie.
One of the best trolls of all time.
I loved it. It was
Borat
so
was
funny.
amazing.
I have that
Mhm.
movie on DVD.
Yeah.
It's a part of me.
We used to have a cutout that we stole from the Grand Haven 9 in
I remember
our
that
house.
shit.
Shout out to the Grand Haven 9. Don't come looking for it.
Statue
Shout out
of,
to the Grand
statue
Haven.
of limitations, bro.
Yeah.
That was what, 10 years ago?
Oh, damn.
It
You
doesn't
get a
count.
knock on your door.
Like, excuse me, you guys owe us $250.
One Borat standee. God, that was such a good movie.
I didn't like Bruno though. I thought
See,
that was
I
whack.
barely
Bruno was
watched
weird.
that.
Yeah.
The part where he like what is it? What's that called? What's that thing called where you slingshot? Where he slingshots him onto like the dildo that's on the back.
Oh, yeah,
I was like, what's going on? I was like, that's a thing.
It was
Lost
just like, okay, if he would have done Bruno first and then did
Mhm.
Borat, I think I would have liked Bruno more. But it was
but
just
he
like
did Borat first. And
No,
that was
he did.
so
Borat was
funny.
just
He did.
so
He did
heavy.
Ali G
Right.
first.
Did he?
Ali G was the first one.
I didn't know.
That was like
the
a
was his
timeline.
show.
Yeah,
right?
it was a rap show. His rapper show.
Oh God.
Yeah,
I
he
love
was in
Sacha
that.
Baron
He was in
Cohen.
that
Yeah, he's
Madonna
hilarious.
movie or video.
Is he?
That there was Madonna had a music video at the time that Ali G was popping off,
Okay.
and yeah, he was in that.
Huh.
What
Wow.
was that Madonna song?
My
Music makes the people come together. You know what I'm talking about?
No, not a one.
Oh, fucking.
Can you
goddamn
do that
right.
again though?
Music makes the people
You can't hear what I'm
come
hearing, and it's great.
together. It's like they're like in a limo, and she's all dancing all Madonna'd out,
Yeah, yeah.
and then he's in.
I don't think I've ever seen
He's
the
in that
video.
limo. Well,
I want to look it
music makes the people come together. Look it up. Pretty sure that's not the name of the song, but
up. Great message.
yeah.
It's a great message.
Just Shazam Mark singing that part through your headphones.
Oh.
Should get pulled up.
Shazam is a Mandela
Effect?
effect. Yeah.
How?
What do you mean?
They say that Sinbad, there was a genie movie with Sinbad
No.
called Shazam.
I thought it was Kazam.
It's
It
Kazam
is,
was
and
Shaq.
Shaq. But for some reason, people have
think
a
it's
memory
Shazam.
of Shazam with Sinbad.
That's freaky.
And then Sinbad made a video, a fake. There's a fake video of Shazam on YouTube.
Oh my God, that just adds to it.
I heard about this because I dove deeper into the Mandela Effect this week.
I love that.
That's why on our Facebook page, if you follow it, I brought up the Forrest Gump line
Yeah.
to see what other people.
Which one?
Because
was
I remember life is like a box of chocolates, not life was like a box of chocolates.
I remember is
But
too.
was is the correct thing.
Really? Why would
If
you
you
say
go
it
was
back-
like a
tense?
box of
And if you go
chocolates.
back and watch the movie clip, it is.
Yeah.
Was.
God, that's freaky. The Berenstain.
Yeah, it's
Bears.
No, this shit wasn't Berenstain.
It was
How dare you?
Steen.
It was Steen as fuck.
It was very,
That shit makes me so mad. Oh, remember when I said the dad with the monocle? It was the Monopoly guy.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say
With
that
or without the
planters.
Yeah.
monocle.
I remember a monocle.
I do too.
Does he have a monocle?
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
No monocle.
No monocle.
Pocket watch though.
Yeah.
Was there a pocket
I
watch?
think so.
I'm gonna bring up that.
Because
fucking
every
thing.
time I think of the Monopoly man, I just see the planters guy. I don't know why.
Yeah.
The big
Because they
peanut.
both had a fucking monocle.
Top hat.
They were
Top
two
hat.
fucking people that had the monocle.
Two
One's a
savvy
nut
ass,
and one's
dapper
a
men.
person.
Yeah,
So-
one's a nut and one's a person.
Oscar Mayer, remember that company that makes
Wieners?
the hot dogs and shit?
Yeah.
Was it? How was it spelled? Meyer or Mayer?
See,
M.A.
I know
Yeah.
it's A, but I always thought it was E.
See, I remember it as E too.
Because wouldn't you call it Oscar Mayer, like John Mayer?
No, that's
Right.
the original. Or not the original, but there's different forms. I know the last name Meyer because it's my last name.
Right.
Right.
So there's a bunch of different, like the
Pe-
grocery store way it's spelled.
Meyer.
There's that one Meyer, which originally the original form of that name meant like mayor or like leader
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, like a mayor.
of a community.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now Pikachu, the crazy lightning bolt tail,
Yeah.
did it have a black thing on the end?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, that's how I remember it too. Apparently it didn't.
I don't remember him having a black thing on the end. No, not at all.
What?
Do you guys even
See?
like Pokemon?
Yeah.
I
watched
used
it
to
all the
hustle
time.
them shits
I
in middle
played
school.
it. I watched it. I
I just
collected
watched the cartoon.
cards.
I just got the cards and would slang those bitches and make
I was a
fucking money
Pokemon
off it.
card, Yu-Gi-Oh card kind of girl.
Curious George, did he have a tail or nah?
No.
I already know this one, but I remember him having a tail.
Me too.
Did he have a tail?
No.
See, this is some American shit. I never really watched this type of
This
stuff.
is some American
No, you're
shit.
from a different dimension. That's what it is.
That's probably it. Oh, am I a clone?
C-3PO, was he all gold or nah?
I already know this one too.
Was
Yeah.
C-3PO? Nope. Apparently he had a discolored like silver leg.
Little butt. Let me see.
Doesn't show it.
Dylan Krause.
Oh.
I brought this one up to Dylan Krause, and Dylan Krause is a huge Star Wars fan. He has a Star Wars belt buckle. He's a
Oh, that
huge,
means he's serious.
Yeah, he's a huge Star Wars fan. He's also the coolest dude on the entire planet. I brought that one up to him. He said, there's like a story behind why he has
The
a
leg.
silver leg.
Interesting.
He like the C-3PO
Like an origin
lost,
story?
yeah, like lost the leg somehow, and that was a replacement, and
I love
something to
that.
do with the metals, and it was rare or whatever. Blah blah blah.
Cute.
Kit Kat, did it have a dash between Kit and Kat?
Ooh, I want to say yeah.
I remember a dash, no dash.
There's no dash. I'm thinking I can see it in my mind's eye. In my mind's eye. That is weird.
It's fucked up, dude.
I don't like it. If you talk to Blake about it too, a lot of Mandela effect with him.
Hannibal Lecter never said hello, Clarice, apparently.
Hello, Clarice.
Is it because people think that scene in The Office where Dwight says that? Hello, Clarice.
Well, they
There's
say
a-
that in The Cable Guy, too. I love The Cable Guy. Hello, Clarice. It's good to see you again. Remember when they go to medieval times and he throws, like, the chicken skin on his face?
Yeah.
Chicken skin. Why does that sound so familiar? I feel like I've seen that before.
Bosnia.
You know, it's
Bosnia.
all messed up now because I can never tell what's real.
I remember like maybe an explanation for some of these Mandela effects is like there was the line with Buffalo Bill and
Yeah. Would
No.
you fuck me? I'd fuck me.
wait, wasn't she some great big fat person?
Yeah.
Right? Me and my buddy Dano used to quote it all the time, and like eventually it became like, oh wait, wasn't she some great big fat person? Right? And that's like what it had morphed to. We were used to hearing it that way.
Yeah.
After years of saying it to each other, just we'd be talking and be like, or wait, wasn't she some great big fat person? Well, then we sat down and watched the scene, and it was nothing like we had been quoting it this for like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
He just says that.
But you guys both in your head saw...
Thought it was
Yeah,
that way, and then
yeah.
we were like, "Oh fuck, we've been misquoting it the whole time."
Oh.
I don't even know how it is. I just remember it as that.
Yeah.
And
Wait,
when he's on the phone, yeah.
is when he answers the door, and he's like,
The
"They're
door.
like, do you know so and so?" They're
Yeah.
looking for the girl, and he's like, "Oh wait, wasn't she some great big fat?"
He still quotes
person?"
it as that, even though he knows it's wrong.
I can't even
It's
remember what
probably
it
hard
really
to
is.
like subconsciously like fucking not
rid of
say
that.
it like
Yeah.
that.
I love that movie so much.
Goodbye, horses. Dude, that song is a banger.
Yeah,
It's a banger. I love Hannibal.
crack cocaine.
What about how the dude when she's like walking through that like prison area or whatever, and the
And they
dude
reach-
jerks off on her face?
Yeah, and then like
Yeah.
he's like, yeah, and it flicks her right in the face,
Oh
and she's
my
horrified.
God.
I love when didn't
How do
someone
you
throw
not
shit
be-
at her?
I don't know. I don't think so.
A lot of bodily
I thought it
fluids
was just
thrown
cum.
in. I thought it was good old. He was just yanking.
I
his
thought it was
crank.
just good old fashioned gum.
Stimulate your senses.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Mandela. Y'all just got Mandela'd.
I don't like
Mandela.
it. It freaks
Yeah, that's
me
weird.
out. It
But yeah,
freaks
go
me out.
to our Facebook page and check that fucking article out. There's like 31 different things
Yeah.
that I went through.
I like the polls that have been going up on our Facebook page. That's fun.
You're welcome.
Those are fun. I did one of those.
You're welcome. I did them all. I'm into it. I
Me
like
too.
the
I
polls.
think it's fun.
I like
Yeah, it
putting my
is.
opinion out there. I want to
Yeah.
see it move. I want to see mine go
It's
up.
interesting. People are definitely on the Pusha side. I
Yeah,
noticed
I
It
that.
see-
seemed pretty
get
close.
that.
It seemed pretty close.
It's close. The Forrest Gump one is most people are saying is,
Yeah.
which that's how I remember it. I didn't look it up. I didn't cheat. I didn't fucking read shit. I remember it as is.
Yeah.
Me
So-
too. Me too.
It is what it is.
Childhood memories.
Literally. Pusha T's gonna win though.
Yeah,
I just want to root for the bad guy. Pusha T's playing the bad guy right now.
He is, and I feel why did Drake never talk about the kid though? He never brought it up, never mentioned
It's
it.
weird.
My buddy, shout out to Justin, has a theory about this. He thinks that Drake, because Drake's getting ready to drop a project called Scorpion. He thinks that Drake was going to reveal on Scorpion that he has a secret kid, and then Pusha just
Ruined it.
destroyed his whole rollout for Scorpion.
That might be. That was. I'd still want to hear it. I'd still want to hear his side of it.
Yeah, for sure. I
Because-
feel like we're going to hear on Scorpion. We'll see.
And if you want to look up the baby mom on Pornhub, it is ROSEE Divine.
Like Adam. Devine?
Rosie Divine.
Yeah. Double E, I think.
Oh, he
I'd-
thinks he doesn't.
I'd have to
know.
look up my search history. If you want to see a fucking girl with a huge ass,
Oiled
with
up
fucking
booty cheeks.
oiled up, like twerking or
Twerk,
whatever,
twerk,
that's
twerk,
how you
twerk.
find it.
Twerk team.
It's boring.
He's so It's boring. I didn't even like it.
It was like, okay, this is
I
dumb.
spent 5 minutes on it. I
It
said,
just
well, this
reminds
is
me of
stupid.
like fucking World Star shit that's
World
posted.
Star,
It wasn't
yeah.
like, it wasn't that nasty
that
the
good,
daddy looks
good.
for.
God,
You can find it on nubilefilms.com.
you could be hard pressed to find it on nubilefilms.com. Give them some money though. They're good people. They treat their women nice. Very nice.
I watched a like documentary that was about it was this girl or woman that ran a porn company, and all the porn is like that. It could be the people that we're
like
talking about, but
decent for women.
yeah, it was like
Yeah.
more directed at that, and they would have dudes come in that are used to like normal ass porn, and
They would go, no.
You would like start railing her out like fucking normal porn style.
Oh, so I'm good.
And
right,
she would
just
have
go.
she would have to like cut and be like, okay, that's not how we do it here. That's,
We
Slow
don't
down
do
there.
yeah,
that
that
here.
is very aggressive. That's not what we do
Tone
here.
it down.
And
Maybe
he's
be a
like,
little-
oh, I'm like really sorry. I'm just so used to like.
yeah. Pile driving.
I only know one way of fucking.
I'm so used to just being a fucking savage.
I
I'm used to
guess.
directors being like, please degrade this poor lady.
Yeah. Oh God, the porn industry, man. Could you imagine?
Porn industry is some weird shit. For
It's
sure.
it's such a dichotomy because it's like there's good things about it, there's great things about it, and then there's like really shitty sides to it where it's like people get like just misused and hurt during it, and people get all fucked up, and then there's the whole part of it where it's like porn addiction is a thing,
Yeah.
and people just totally misconstrue the fact that it's entertainment, it's not real sex.
Yeah.
Like sex doesn't really look like that all the time.
That's what I think people don't realize is it's
It's just
they
entertainment.
don't have that like disconnection where it's like this is for entertainment.
It's
This is, like-
exaggerated.
right. It's not like
Everybody should watch Zach and Mira make a porno.
I love that movie.
yeah,
It's a
that
very
shit makes
good
me
movie.
cry, dude.
Me too.
I cry at that
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It was
shit.
so
Yeah, I'm
cute.
such
I
a
loved
sucker
it.
for rom-coms though.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
I
I
can't
really.
help it.
Ugh.
I like love them all except for like the stupid ones of like what's that fucking British dude? Hugh fucking whatever.
Jackman.
No.
Hefner?
Hugh Grant.
Hugh
Grant.
Grant, yeah.
Grant Hugh, whatever the fuck.
Hugh Grant.
Or with Renee Zellweger.
Renee
also.
Zellweger.
I only like that one movie with her, Me, Myself, and Irene. She's
I
fun.
That's a good
love Me,
movie.
Myself, and
Yeah,
Irene.
she's good in that, but otherwise I'm good.
Look,
Get
Jim Carrey has killed every single role he's portrayed.
I mean, The Mask I can do without.
The Mask
Are you
traumatized me.
serious?
Yeah.
Oh my
Whatever,
God, that was
dude.
like one of my favorite movies
Really?
as a kid.
No,
yeah.
dude.
Oh.
I was
I
too
loved it
fucking
when
young.
there was something about him putting the mask on and like losing all filters that like
drew you.
I don't know, it just like opened my imagination to be like, oh, whoa, like you can be whoever you want to be if you have the mask.
Dumb and Dumber, dude. Classic.
The Mask
Classic.
scared the
We
fuck
always
out of
quote
me.
that.
Yeah.
Dumb and Dumber and
Classic.
Anchorman, dude. Those are like our go-to
So you're
lines.
saying there's a chance?
I loved Liar Liar too. Underrated.
Yeah. Oh, great movie.
It's such a good one.
Super good movie.
It's so funny. All right, I fucked their brains out. I think we've quoted that a bunch of times.
Probably.
Should watch again and make sure it's actually
Maybe we,
quoting
can,
it right.
maybe we can ask Mr. Falk again. So good. It's such a good movie.
Adam Sandler's another. Great.
I miss him and his music, his stupid music.
His comedy albums.
Yeah.
Oh my God! When I was like a teenage boy, that
loved
was
it.
a great.
When I was a teenage boy too, I loved him. No, I thought they were so funny. I remember being young, going, "He's singing about Thanksgiving." God, it was so fucking funny to me.
That's so American.
I know. I was like, well, Thanksgiving in my household is like my mom just picks a day, and she makes a turkey, and she goes Thanksgiving. I'm like, that's not right. Like,
You're
it's
doing
in
it wrong.
November, and she goes, what? And I'm
You're
like,
almost
oh
there.
Jesus.
Wait, do the accent again.
Thanksgiving. My mom always says like, oh, why you make fun of me so much? She always, because I make fun of
Does
her.
she
'cause
have that accent?
Yes,
like
she's
hardcore?
yes.
That's
Oh my
awesome.
God. She always says first thing if you ever talk to my mother, and I'm telling this to everybody. If you ever meet my mom, the first things out of her mouth is, "Hi, oh, I know no English good. I know no English so good."
What is-
She has to explain that.
What is
Yeah,
she
yeah.
like super fluent in?
Bosnian. And she's really good at Turkish for some odd reason. She just loves Turkish soap operas. It's another really cool thing about my mom.
Hell yeah.
She digs them, but she had to read them because at first it was all translated into Bosnian at the bottom. And she was always like, I cannot believe this. He got shot 8 times. And they always survive.
She sounds so cute. That's
It's
awesome.
ridiculous. My mom's adorable. She says delicates as delicates.
Delicates.
She goes, Vanessa.
Delicates.
She calls me Vanessa. And she goes, can you go put the laundry on delicates?
Yes.
It's so cute. And I'll say, Mom, what cycle? And she'll go, delicates. Stop making fun of me. And she always gets so
What
pissed.
what about your dad?
My dad is a silent Russian mafioso looking. He's just
Oh,
tall
yeah.
and quiet.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
he is very good with kids and he loves kids and he loves laughing.
Yeah.
But if every time he's met any one of my boyfriends, he's just
Yikes, dude.
he's
don't know about-
quiet.
Does he have scary tats?
No, my dad is
Damn
against
it.
all that. No tattoos.
I love
no drugs.
hardcore Russian dudes.
I
would-
love
My
Russian
dad
criminal
talks like this.
tattoos, dude. They're
I
so
wish
tight.
my dad had one.
I
Those are so
interviewed.
tight.
I interviewed for a recording studio in Hollywood, and it was run by like this old school Russian dude.
Sweet.
He had such a thick Russian accent. And basically, he
So
just
you
wanted
want to come work here for
he,
us?
he just wanted to pimp me out. That's what he was like. So
Work for no
so,
money.
So what you need to do is you
Just
need to
open
get.
your asshole for the boys.
I love that bit that God, what's his name? This comedian does about being the machine.
Oh,
Do that guy?
Bert Kreischer.
Yes, him. He's so fucking funny. Where he was like, see, that's another one of those comedian stories that I don't 100% believe. 100%.
I believe him.
I believe
It's
that he got called the
exaggerated.
machine, but I definitely think he was exaggerating some parts of
For
it.
sure.
You have to.
I am the machine.
You have to make it funny.
He was in Grand Rapids
way.
like 4 months ago, 5 months ago.
I'd have loved to
During
see him.
Laugh Fest, so March.
Is
Laugh
Laugh Fest worth
Fest.
it? Is it
I
funny?
didn't
Sometimes
go.
they have some good people out for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always thought I would give it a try.
Grand
No.
Rapids is like
Trying
popping
so
off.
hard.
They're popping off. They
Mhm.
really are. They're doing well.
They want some good things to
I
come.
want to change. I want to get Muskegon on board with
Mhm.
with the Grand Rapids
Yeah.
energy.
We got so much stuff going on downtown Muskegon. Everything's being built right now.
Yeah,
We just need to do something with it.
yeah. We need some cool
didn't-
shit to happen.
You didn't finish the Russian.
Oh, basically, he just
So-
wanted to pimp me out. He wanted me to get my own customer base and bring it into a studio, and then
Wow.
pay him $30 an hour to use his studio.
He sounds
Sign me
Russian.
It's very Russian.
Sign me up. That's a good ass deal.
Hell yeah. Yep. The Russians, man. I lived
They'll
I
get
lived
ya.
in West Hollywood, which is the homosexual
Hell yeah.
capital of probably the entire
world.
Yeah, and it's like almost all male. So very gay. I think gay means male at this point.
Oh, good. Okay.
I think
very
gay
very
is
gay.
Just
But
broad, right?
but
It's just
right
a
next
general
to
term, I thought.
Mhm.
right next to the gay part is the old Russian neighborhood.
Yes.
So it was like
Little
Interesting.
Moscow.
yeah, so you like walk, a block and you're like in a super gay area with like rainbow flags everywhere and whatever, and then it's just like Russian bakery, Russian bakery, Russian bakery,
Everything's
Russian
gray.
grocery store. Yeah,
There's
the
no
signs
color.
are all in Russian. It's just black and white.
Cyrillic. Yeah.
Like you literally walk into a black and white 1950s movie.
Yeah, that sounds about right. All the food's gray too for
Yeah.
some reason.
But
All
tastes
the food's
tastes
great.
good.
Tastes good, but it looks like shit. That's Bosnian food. It looks fucking gross, but it tastes
What is
delicious.
their food like?
It's very cool, actually. If you ever, so I know you guys go to Grand Rapids and stuff, but we have a huge population of us over there. And we have a lot of different stores. Like there's Paris Cafe, which is all like desserts. My favorite import store is called Albos. It's AL-BOS. Shouting them out a little bit.
Yeah.
Because they're kind of perfect. Like if you go in there, it's all imported stuff from like our side, our neck of the woods. There's food made in a bakery there. There's bread made in a bakery. They have a restaurant on the other side, so you can go in and order traditional food.
Is your guys' like stews and a bunch of basically like a bunch of things
It's all
put
like
together?
peasant food.
Yeah, I was
a
just
lot of
gonna
peasant
say.
food. And one of my favorites is like we do pita, but that's kind of like it's not like pita bread.
Say that again.
Pita.
Perfect.
Thank you. P-I-T. Use it in a sentence. But it's delicious. Like you can do it with so many different things. It's like phyllo dough almost, so it's kind of like almost flaky, but
Thinner,
still kind
yeah.
of chewy and delicious. You can put like meat in it and like onions and stuff like that.
Kinda
There's
like
a cheese
naan?
version. No, almost sort of.
Well,
It's like rolled up. I have to show you a picture. Oh, I'll pull one up.
I think what phyllo dough is like that's used in a lot of
Baklava.
desserts. Yeah.
But it's
Like
like
the same
thin.
Oh,
consistency
But
okay.
it's
as
basically
baklava.
Okay,
you
I
just like
gotcha.
roll out dough and
I
it's kind of
gotcha.
the same thing.
This is bothering me. This is so bad, dude. These mics have been in her face the whole time. Like you can't even see her.
Well, you gotta have the that's how you talk into the mic.
I know.
So
we
this is what
can't
it-
see her face at all.
Looks like it's like circles. Hello.
Oh,
You're
kind
like pushing
of.
it into my mouth. My lips are moving against the mic.
That's what she said. That whole sentence.
Yeah. The mic. Is this
Here,
a Marilyn
adjust
Manson
it.
concert?
Yeah, hell
I'm
yeah.
just trying to like
Put it in your asshole.
here, adjust it. Put it in your ass.
Oh god.
Kind
this
of looks like
website.
cinnamon rolls.
Sort of, yeah. It's all rolled up like that, but it's all savory. Oh wow. This says Bosnian pita pie or what to eat during a civil war.
What do you got? You guys do sausages,
Yeah, we do. We do.
that
a
looks
thing.
good.
It's
Hell
really
yeah.
good, actually.
smoked meats, things like that?
Smoked jerky is like one of our favorite things to do. Like we love our smoked beef. It's very good.
The,
It almost looks raw because we just smoke it so lightly.
Oh,
and
nice.
It's not like beef jerky at all, really, in the States.
Interesting.
Mhm.
The owner of the bike shop I worked at in West Hollywood was Croatian.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's one of us. That's
He's
one
crazy.
of us.
He's crazy.
Yeah,
guy.
we're all pretty fucked up. We all went through some shit.
He's
we're
all
all pretty
very
fucked up.
showy.
Yeah.
He's very showy.
Yeah, but I don't know why we feel the need to try to fucking be extravagant like that and show off. I don't know why. And then we always have
It's
to like
fun.
represent and blah blah blah. I was never like that.
It's
so I don't
fun. I'm
get it.
inspired by it.
You're just like,
It's
yeah, I
fun.
want to be like
I
you.
feel like I look kind of Eastern Bloc today.
Sort of,
Right?
yeah. Just
Yeah.
slob squat. The
Yeah.
Adidas, you got it going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got the
Yeah.
job for you in West Hollywood.
Yeah, we
Perfect.
do a lot of good food. If you guys ever get a chance to go out there, go out
I would
there. The
love to,
restaurant's
yeah.
great. It's really good food. Really good food.
I need to go to Europe for sure.
You've never been?
I'll just go to a neighborhood version of it here in the United States.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. In
Want
like a
the
big
real
city or
shit.
something.
It is the real shit. That's the
No, I want that
immigrants that
real,
came here.
real.
Oh, it's
I want
basically the same
the-
thing.
Bro, if
in the country.
if
though.
a family traveled here and it like established themselves, they're doing all right.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not doubting that it's not authentic.
No doubt.
I just would like to go
And be around,
outside
surrounded by
of
it.
this
If you,
country.
No, stay here. Don't
It's-
leave.
Bitch, stay in America.
You're American.
my family's
No,
like
I
that.
want to travel too. Sorry.
Do it. If I could say anything, get the money. I know
You can
it's
adjust this,
I'm-
I just
I'm-
want to
I'm
get it out of
down
your
here.
face.
I've traveled extensively in the United States. That's what I spent like all of my 20s doing. I lived in Yellowstone for a season. I worked out there.
Really.
It was cool.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it was super
I
beautiful.
gotta go out there.
Like no other experience like it.
Yeah, Yellowstone is sick.
I've been everywhere. I lived in New York for a while. I lived
Super
in
volcano
LA.
shit is
I lived
scary,
in
though.
San
I know to
Diego.
think. Have you seen that stuff?
I think
about
it's-
it could go off at any
I think it's
second?
dormant. I think it's like not even dormant. It's dead. It's
Oh,
a
good.
dead volcano.
Good.
It's supposed to like scientists. have
Any
You know what
Anytime-
scientists have been
Anytime
saying?
between I went through the whole
like
museum thing. I saw the facts.
16,000 years or something.
Anytime between now and in 500 years from now, it could potentially become active again. And that's what the
How many
scientists
Look at
years
that
did you say?
sass.
Did
like
you say 600 or
500, 600
oh,
years.
Good.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Ugh.
Until we get the
Oh,
technology to
God.
live forever.
From now until, but I mean, basically, if that thing goes off, everybody's fucked. So
Yeah, I
don't
read
even-
about that. I saw a map that showed like where the lava would go, and I'm like, damn, I don't even the Midwest is fucked. Even like northern Michigan, we're
It's
done.
the
Well,
lava and the ash.
The ash, yeah. Because it like essentially you wouldn't get any sunlight and shit too.
Yeah, it would fuck up the crops, and then we would
Goddamn crops.
be going through a famine because the crops wouldn't grow well and blah blah blah. And then I looked all this up and the reason I have so much sass behind it is because when I was getting ready to go out there, everybody was like, "Yo, bro, you shouldn't go out there because the super volcano.
That's so stupid.
Have you heard about the super volcano?" It was just like over and over again. By the end of me being in Yellowstone, I was like, "Fuck, it's fake. It's not real. Fuck the super volcano."
What do the people that like have been there forever say?
Same thing. It's like, oh, it could or can. If it goes off, cool, I'm gonna die immediately.
Yeah, that's like the one thing that
The
people
one good
don't,
thing is you'll be gone before you can even blink.
Exactly.
So.
That's like the thing that people aren't keeping in mind. Like, would you rather be super the fuck far away where you're like
In famine.
dealing with this forever, or just boom, done, dead,
Yeah, that's what I'd say when people
avoiding
are like
shit.
in situations where you have to survive. I'm like, I'd fucking die. Straight up. I don't know if I try
I'm
to
a
survive.
survivor. I'm a survivor. I would.
I'm a
but,
survivor.
Ooh,
I'm a go-getter. Is that the lyric? I'm a go-getter.
but if
I'm gonna keep on surviving.
in the scenario of a super volcano, it's not gonna stop me from like going and seeing Yellowstone
Yeah.
and being
No super volcano
it's
gonna
like,
stop me.
Like if it did erupt, then I'd be like, oh cool, at least I get to ride it out and like at the end right there at the spot. But I mean, if it was like zombie apocalypse, or if it was like, I don't know, we hit another depression or like crazy nuclear war, like I'm gonna try and survive. Fuck that.
See,
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
know.
gonna
I
try.
always think about it. I'm like, what? How much pain would I go through? And I'm like, not much.
What about Naked and Afraid, bro?
I just had a coworker tell me about that
I
the
love
other
that
day.
show.
What
She was
is
like,
it?
you
Seen
ever
that
watch
show?
that?
It's on Hulu, so if you have Hulu, check it out. But it's called Naked and Afraid, and it's basically a man and a woman go out to certain locations throughout the globe, and they have to survive 21 days in the wild, naked and afraid. But they
Clearly.
but they both get to bring in like one item with them. So like some person will bring like a machete, and then another person will bring like a fire starter or whatever.
That's very smart.
And then they live fucking out there for 21 days.
I always wonder what I'd bring.
It's
What my item would be.
Fucking wild, dude. Like they just get eaten the fuck up by bugs, and they're scared about predators, and they have to like make these like makeshift fucking like shelters. It's fucking tight.
I
Check
couldn't
it
do
out.
that. I hate
Naked
mosquitoes.
and Afraid. You get to see their butts, but you don't get to see their fronts.
Yeah, my friend goes, yeah, you
You get to
forget
see
they're
their-
naked.
You can see their butts, but not their front butts.
Nothing
Butts,
but back butt.
no fronts. It's a good show though. Check it out for real.
I feel like I've seen clips of it.
Me
Probably.
too.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's interesting.
Interesting.
I would fucking
you
tap
do it?
out in day one.
Me too. Me too.
I would get like a mosquito bite
Me
and be
too.
like, nope, I'm good.
I have
I can't
malaria.
work like
I have
this.
to go.
I'm a shower, or I'm a grower, not a shower, and I don't like bugs. I'm done.
I'm done.
Here, keep this item. Fuck this.
But I don't need it. You
Good
can have
luck.
it.
Oh man.
It's a cool show though.
I should look
I'm way
it up.
into it.
See, I watched Survivor and I
into
was
it.
like, it's the same, but
Survivor's
naked.
whack. This is like way more.
It's like Bear Grylls level.
This is more
survival.
Yeah, this is like bare minimum fucking like real primal shit. So
Primal shit.
yeah,
It's funny.
Should we wrap it there?
How do we wrap it?
yeah, we can.
With a bow?
Yeah. Mark always comes up with a nice little
Ooh,
bow
a-
at the end.
A little shtick.
What is up? That's episode fucking 5 for you. We
5
hope
for
you
5.
liked Nessa. Aren't we on Spotify now? This is the Spotify.
Please be.
Possibly,
on.
yeah. This episode I think qualifies us to
Should be
start
on there.
being on
Awesome.
there. Yeah.
And you're the first lady to be on here.
Yay.
Whoa.
First lady. I'm the POTUS.
Revolutionary.
We needed some a little more estrogen. I
Little
mean,
flavor.
I bring a lot of estrogen to the
Aw.
table, and our last guest Jacob does also.
I love
but
Jake. That was funny.
it was a lot of dicks and fucking. It
been
was
a lot
like
of
dicks and fights and tits.
And
it
fat
was
tongues.
it was ridiculous. Yeah, that fat tongue story is wild.
Yeah, what about that fat tongue?
Yeah.
It's so interesting. I've never heard of that before.
Never heard of it either. He's
Okay, yeah. So please follow us on social
It's
media.
haunted.
Tall Glass Podcast for Facebook, Instagram, Tall Glass Pod, Twitter. Email us at tallglasspodcast@gmail. Audio is tallglass.podbean.com. iTunes also for audio. And find us on YouTube. And check this out. We are halfway on the Kickstarter.
Oh,
No
There
way.
is, we have 396. Our goal is 800. I believe there's 37 days or so.
just over a
Wow.
month.
Yep.
Just over a month.
Wow.
So just a month and some change. So please, if you like the show and you support your boys, any little bit helps, man.
They need
We're getting
money,
there.
money.
We just want to fucking,
We wanna make
we just want to make the quality better for you
Yeah,
guys.
we want to make a really cool looking show.
Yeah.
And it is.
It's
It
not
is
even
cool
about
looking.
us, really. It's just we're making free content. We want to make the free content a little bit nicer for everyone.
Mhm.
So fucking
Simple.
A. Fucking
Simple.
A. And this is everyone's favorite part. This is my favorite part too.
Do we have a sponsor?
Yeah, we do.
Really?
Oh my
So
God.
we currently do not have a sponsor, unfortunately. But if you're interested in becoming a sponsor, feel free to message us on whatever social media or email us again at tallglasspodcast@gmail. Check this out. So how cool would it be to be all like this? This episode of the Tall Glass Podcast is sponsored by PD Pablo's Pizzeria.
God damn it.
PD Pablo's Pizzeria. So Mr. PD Pablo, he's got a pizzeria down in North Carolina. Their specialty is hand tossed.
Huh.
Why is he good at hand tossed?
He's
I don't
got
know.
some big ass hands.
It's probably because he's used to taking T-shirts off and waving them around his head like a helicopter. Last I checked.
That's a 2 Chainz move.
North
Yes, it is.
Carolina. You know that song? You know what I'm talking about?
No, man.
What the fuck, PD Pablo? You
I
guys
thought
don't
you
know
made
that song?
up. I thought
No.
you completely made that up.
He's got that song that goes North Carolina.
I thought you meant
Raise,
Pablo.
raise your hands
Pizzeria.
up, take your T-shirts off and wave around your head like a helicopter talking North Carolina.
Yeah. I do
That sounds
remember this.
familiar.
song.
Okay. Fucking A. Well, this is what happens when I try to like think of something clever for a fake sponsor
You went-
instead of like just thinking of something
You went 2 layered, bro.
ridiculous off the top of my head, like Patricia's Potions or
Patricia's
Daddy's
Potions.
Citrus Pies or what was last week's? Oh, the fucking Big Daddy arm cannon baseball gloves made
Oh, yeah.
from geckos.
Gecko skin baseball.
Yeah.
So hand tossed.
Petey Pablo's
Helicopter.
Beauty Pablo's Pizzeria, hand tossed, waving around your head like a helicopter. That dough. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry, guys.
He's
I
not
dropped the ball.
sorry.
Next time, I need to be more improvisational. Yeah.
Look at that.
Do they deliver? This is a delivery service. Can I?
No, they have hot spots. So PD Pablo's Pizzeria has hot spots throughout North Carolina. They're looking to branch out eventually, but right now just in North Carolina. So it's located on hot spots on the block. So if you show up, everyone's waving around dough
You'll
like a
know who
You'll
helicopter.
they
know where
are.
you are.
Yeah, and everyone's rocking that University of North Carolina fucking Carolina blue.
You come up with some
The
good
baby
shit.
blue.
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
yeah. Don't get it
Periwinkle?
twisted.
Mm.
No, baby blue, Carolina blue.
Sure.
You're in design. How the fuck do you not know
That's why I
Carolina
said
blue?
periwinkle.
It ain't no periwinkle. Come on. Come on.
We did it.
All right, so that's episode 5 for you bitches.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank
I
you for
loved
coming
it.
on.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Awesome.
Hope my opinions mattered.
You're an interesting guest. I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought you said guy, and I was about to say how dare you, but then I realized, yeah, I am pretty much a guy.
Nah.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
I mean, you
We're-
did say pussy in the first,
I did
like,
first
couple
second.
of seconds.
Can I
of
say
this.
pussy? I'll end it with pussy
Yeah.
too. How about that?
That's perfect.
All right, Tall Glass Podcast. Another one in the books. Bye.
Woo.